think about when you're born into a fire. Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play, haters face the world's mistake.
Welcome. That was abrupt, wasn't it? welcome, everybody. Let's finish that right. Welcome, everybody. I am Will Bird, and this is the Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. Not to bring down the spirits of the show right off the bat, but my dad. The reason I kind of out of touch and I missed a lot of messages and responses and getting back to a lot of people today. My dad was put in the hospital. It looks like he's gonna have to have an amputation from his an infection and diabetes, but they didn't do it today. It looks like it'll be tomorrow, so there probably won't be a show tomorrow at all. I plan on spending most of the day at the hospital, and then I'm gonna stay with him that night. So no show tomorrow, and we'll figure it out from there. If his surgery's scheduled for tomorrow, no show tomorrow. But anyways, not to be a downer right off the top of the show. I just want to announce that because I know there were some people that I didn't get back to today, and I apologize for that. But it is DDP tonight, so real quick, I'm going to fire up my main channel. Don't leave if you're already here. But I'm going to fire up my main channel just to let people know where we're at, just for 10 minutes, and try to get everybody directed over here. So let's do that right quick. Boom, boom, boom. And there, that's going, and let's bring on the co-host. You love him, but most of you hate him. That is Sage with Sage News. What's up, Sage?
Oh God, here we go again.
You look a little down in the dumps, buddy.
Yeah, I see. We lowered my camera there a little bit.
Well, considering you're lowering my standard, I figured I would lower your camera. I thought they went hand in hand, kind of.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sorry about my vape. I got a new mic, so it's picking it up. I forgot to hit the mute button, but I'll remember it eventually.
Do you got a new mic?
Yeah, didn't you get a new mic? I thought you got a new mic. What happened?
I did not get a new mic. All I got for Christmas was these glasses.
That sucks, man. That sucks. Why do you... we matching glasses? I thought you were coming in guns a-blazing. Tickets to the gun show. What happened?
Well, I'm going to be doing a skit, I think. I am doing a skit.
A schizophrenic?
And I'm going to put it on DDP. I got Motion's going to assist me, and I'm just going to record it.
Sure. Thank you guys for well wishes for my dad. I'll tell him that y'all are thinking of him. He might be watching. I'm not sure, but they were trying to rush him to get surgery today, but they're not going to be able to do it today. They had an emergency gallbladder surgery come in. They couldn't get to it, but thank you guys. What's going on, Sage?
Not much. I was just talking to Jeff while we were waiting backstage, and they're hammering this nuclear power plant here.
Yeah, it's no longer alive. It's just sitting there buffering or whatever. But they were bombing what is the world's largest nuclear power plant?
Yeah, mine's actually live.
Oh, mine's just sitting there with a ring of buffer. Are you sure you're actually live on it?
Yeah.
It just stopped buffering. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're bombing a nuclear power plant. This should be good.
Yeah, it's the third largest nuclear power plant, but the stuff ain't happening. So I don't know. It's been there's just some people out there that are absolutely out of their minds in regards to some of this stuff. So
Well,
I don't know.
now maybe Jeff B will believe it because because they're going to lose power, or at least somebody's going to lose power now.
Yeah, I did. You know what's funny too is I don't know. I guess it was a little bit of clickbait, but I'm putting together a show, and I wanted to do a show kind of a quick diss thing saying, hey, I'm putting together a show. This actually kind of made scared me that the way that this is looking, and I got a lot of people saying, oh, if you're gonna start doing clickbait, I'm out of here. I'm like, okay, that's great. Well, I'm not a clickbait. It actually does, but I'm gonna put it all together because it's actually once you kind of see the path from the State of the Union to where they're all going with this stuff, it's pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a big black pill for sure. I'm actually trying to, for some reason Facebook didn't connect, so I'm adding Facebook back right now, but I'm still listening.
Okay. But yeah, so I did get another call too from a guy that says, and maybe if BB's in here, that fuel is supposed to be going up another like 30 cents or 40 cents or something tonight. And who knows with stuff like this, it could be going up even more. So some of these truck drivers are freaking out because it's almost going up $1 within a week or something crazy. You know what I mean?
That sounds normal.
Not so much. But what the hell?
Have you ever
Might as
heard?
well.
You ever heard the term, if you're scared, you can hop in my pocket?
No, I have not. I'm not that scared. But I will definitely let you know if I do get to that point. You would be the first pocket I think of.
Okay, I would appreciate that.
I definitely, I'll stay because even though others have asked me if I wanted a parrot, headset, I'll definitely still think of your pocket first.
I got deep pockets over here. Welcome to the Cold Beer Confessional. By the way, if you're watching on the main channel, I'm only leaving that up for a minute. Make sure that you go to the Defiant Discourse podcast channel. That's where we're at on Thursday nights, me and Sage. So you have to go over there to watch. I'm fixing to turn off my main channel, Cold Beer Condemned. So if you're watching there, fix it.
Yeah, you guys have dropped the links there. For that one, they can squeak over to this one.
Yeah, I'm sure the mods will. I'm trying to get rid of all the Facebook live streams that went through somehow, but wouldn't connect. Yeah, let me grab the link.
All right.
I'm
waiting for
function shift paste. Yeah, we're over on the Defiant Discourse podcast channel. Don't watch on the Cold Beer Condemned YouTube channel. I got to turn it off. There's like 40 some people over there, so make sure you get on the right channel. So what do you think's going to happen with the nuclear power plant? You excited? A meltdown?
I'm kind of shocked that they're only there just to protect the people, but I don't know who's at the nuclear power plant that they have to protect. So I was kind of shocked about that.
Well, they're trying to free all those nuclear workers. If they're in a nuclear power plant, they won't have to come in and work for probably low wages and in a dangerous environment.
Bring this over here. All right.
Don't bring shit over here. Leave it over there.
Oh Lord, he gets a microphone. As soon as he gets one microphone, he's
Sage asked me the other day. He said, "Oh, you think you're special using the Joe Rogan microphone?" He doesn't even realize that Joe Rogan's using the Cold Beer Confessional microphone. He had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't. But I'm definitely glad I was corrected on that because now I can get a hold of Joe and say, "Hey, you gonna, what's going on here? Now you're copying Cold Beer."
That's right. That's right. All right, guys, last call. I'm going to be shutting down the Cold Beer Condemned channel. We're over on the Defiant Discourse podcast channel, Defiant Discourse podcast. I was just trying to get some, some people moved over because a lot of people don't even know about this channel on Thursdays. I'm on the Defiant Discourse podcast. I'm shutting down Cold Beer Condemned, my main channel. So if you're over there, move. The link's in the chat. Yeah, so my dad messed up his my dad's diabetic, and he's got congestive heart failure and a bunch of other comorbidities. But he ended up busting, like pushing his toenail back and like laying it over, He stubbed his toe real bad and messed up his toenail. So I guess he got the toenail healed, but there's like an infection behind it. So they think at minimum they're gonna have to take his toe, possibly part of his foot, and maybe even the lower half of his leg, depending on how far it's spread so far. But he's in the hospital on intravenous antibiotics right now, so that should help some. At least slow it down.
How how does it work with the doctor and stuff? I mean, is he mostly at home, or how's that? You just run him over there, or what?
Yeah, my dad stays at home. He has Medicare, and so what usually happens is when he first gets out of the hospital, they'll send like home health care for a while until he feels like he's back going again. Because we've had a bunch of hospital scares. If you've been around the channel long enough, it's pretty often he has something going on. But so until he feels back, 100%, he'll have some type of home health care. Sometimes wound care will come, and because his legs don't really heal and they're always beat and chewed up. And
Right.
But anyways. Until he gets back 100%, then they leave, and then it might be another 3 months, it might be another year, and then another incident happens, and then we start over. So he'll go back in the hospital, and then this and that. But I've been trying to get him to a nursing home, but I don't know how that'll affect my share of the wheel. So we're working on it. Hopefully he leaves me this van, or there won't be no fucking show.
Very true. Did you tell him that? Every next time you take him, say, "Dad, just sign the van over." And we'll get going.
He doesn't. He's a pretty good joke. So last time he was in the hospital for his heart attack or whatever, I showed up at the hospital and I said, "Oh man, I must be about 20 minutes early for the reading of the will." It went over all right, but
Did it? At least with him.
he's like he's a version of me, I think, or I'm a version of him, I guess.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the way he was born first. But
Well,
then
see,
again,
you're older than me, but you copy every fucking thing I do, Sage. Where'd you get them glasses at, Sage?
I actually had these glasses before you. But
You
that's
and
all right.
you never wore them. You never wore them until Liberty Warrior rubbed off on your face once.
I don't want you to feel like you're the guy with the glasses over there. So that way it's the people will start picking on you and stuff like that.
Well, I spent my whole life feeling like I was the big guy. So
Screw it. If you don't want me to help you feel comfortable, then that's fine.
I'm completely comfortable. I got a dozen roses and a 12-inch penis, Sage. I've never been more comfortable in my life.
I don't think you're understanding how the ruler works, but that's fine.
You measure from underneath. There's nothing but disappointment and shattered dreams if you measure from anywhere else. You measure from underneath.
I see how that works now.
That's right.
It's not supposed to wrap around. You see what I'm saying? For the straight portion.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, must have got some taint up in there. Anyways, guys, last call. I'm literally shutting it down right now. If you're on the Cold Beer Condemned channel, it still says 47 people there. Move over to YouTube, Defiant Discourse Podcast. There's a link in the chat. You can just click it and move. I'm shutting down the Cold Beer Condemned channel. So if the channel goes off, you're on the wrong channel. But you can click this link in chat, and then I'll also pin it underneath this video as soon as it posts. What do you think, Sage? You think that'll work?
I don't know. That's what do you get on Twitter when you do the Twitter one? Can you see the people that are over there?
So Twitter does not have it's the same thing. The reason that Phil can't tell us how many people are watching him on Rumble,
right,
is the program that runs in the background is called the API. And Twitter does not have an open API, so it's not open source. It's not made available. So you can't actually see how many people are on Twitter. So instead, I just guess and send a link, and I see how many people share it or click like or whatever. But I think those numbers are kind of inflated too, because I know the people that are liking it and whatever are actually in my YouTube channel. So I think they're trying to help me out just by sharing it. But I don't. Maybe nobody watches it. I don't know. Hard to tell,
Because I go to it sometimes too, and I go live, and I have no idea who's over there.
Right.
I didn't know if anything picked it up, but.
No, you can't. Restream doesn't do it for sure. Oh, there it is, buffering again. Maybe it got hit by a bomb.
No, it cleared back up.
Mine didn't.
I think now Jeff's over there.
There he goes. Jesus, you must be like 2 milliseconds. Are you closer to your crane than I am?
I could be.
That's got to be it. I don't.
Probably. I mean, I've been talking back and forth with Jeff, my Jeff, which is Ukraine Jeff, not Jeff B.
Jeff B.
And
right.
He's not the happiest camper. I ain't gonna lie. He's getting pretty let's just say depressed. I ain't gonna lie with this whole thing going on, because obviously it's not what he wanted in his country, but
yeah, and he's not a mercenary. He's not a war fighter, right? He was just a regular civilian living his life, working in logistics.
exactly.
It's gonna be
And
rough.
that's too. It's a big deal, and it's. I don't know. You heard the speech from the State of the Union allegedly,
Right.
and yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there. There was a lot of stuff in that, and it's not like, well, it's comms. No, there was a lot of stuff that I been doing some research on, and it's not a pretty thing. It's definitely not something, and that's why I talked about the video, in my video that I was putting together. But I want to put together all the receipts, and I want to put together, that way I can say, okay, here's the comparison, and here's the comparison. I don't just want to, call it out. But man, it is not.
Oh,
it does
no.
not look.
Did you just see what popped up in chat? Not to interrupt you. I know you're on a point, but did you see who's in chat? I'm that guy.
I'm that guy.
The show up guy. I'm that guy.
Oh, finally, the show up guy's here. Oh man, I mean, he hasn't shown up, and all of a sudden he showed up. Outstanding. Hey, just so you know, the back door's closed here. We're not going to have anybody sneak up on the channel and just take over, are we?
You never can tell. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes the hacking. Who knows? Who knows? To be honest with you. I have a Jeff too. He's so special. What? We're talking about Ukrainian Jeff B. So there's American Jeff B, who's also Russian Jeff B, but this is Ukrainian Jeff B.
Yeah, just Ukrainian Jeff.
Something did. What the fuck?
Well, I was just sent a message that somebody just sent me a message that this is what I love, right? So I posted this on my community page, and this Johnny P basically said, do you have a source? And I'm like, yeah, here's a source. And I sent him the website. And he's like, hey, you heard it here first. It was an illumination flare caused the fire in a training area, not an attack on the plant. Still very serious. No, dude, things are exploding, and I think we were actually watching.
We were watching, explosions. Yeah.
And there was at one point, I can pull up videos on my Twitter. Not on my Twitter. You're very good though. Of you can see.
Somebody just moved the camera. Did you see that? You see the camera now? Somebody just moved it.
Yeah. Are you on your screen? Yeah, you're showing your screen, right?
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. We were looking over. I mean, you can share your screen if you need to, but we were looking over this wall at the plant. Now we're looking at the wall is all we can see.
Right. So this right here is on my, and you can watch right here. This is the same thing, and you're actually seeing that's not flares right there.
Oh, let me grab yours. You're sharing yours. Let me pull it up real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just have to hit. I think I can hit Sage's screen and then take mine off, and then change this to.
Yeah, because I can blow this up and make it sound.
Let me go full screen over here, and boom. You're sharing your screen now.
This is just a clip now. All right, so this is just a clip of that, and right there, that's fire. That's not flares being shot. It's like, no, this is just it's not, it was just a flare, not an attack. Does that look like more like an attack, or what's that? I mean, you were combat. What would you be thinking?
It looked so. I was seeing explosions happening when we were watching earlier backstage. We were talking and watching. I was calling my sister, but there was definitely an explosion and then a fire that followed. So I don't know how you could call it anything else. That's just what's going on. But so everybody's an expert nowadays. That's literally a fire. That looks like tracer rounds coming in as well. What is that?
That's what I'm saying. And now this is just looping because this is just a clip, right? This is just a clip that I pulled, and so so it's like
play it again.
This is off of Intel crap right here. So I just pulled this clip from him.
Those are either tracers or they're pin flares. Play it again.
All right, hang on one second. Bam. All right, let me pull
this
this
could be
up here.
pin flare. No, those are rounds. Those are this looks like 25, 30 millimeter rounds from like a Bradley, but whatever they call theirs are live 25. Those are rounds from some type of armor. Which are so our Bradley, which I'm well accustomed to our Bradley and the Bushmaster 25 Mike, which is the main gun on it, fires a 25 millimeter HE or 25 millimeter armor piercing, 25 millimeter depleted uranium. The HE rounds would definitely start a fire and fuck this shit up. So it looks like they're firing out of maybe some of their armored personnel carriers with a gun. We use 25 millimeter. A lot of times they use a 30 millimeter cannon on theirs. From what I know of, like Soviet armor.
So I don't know if this camera got whacked from an explosion or something. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well,
if
it's
it was
hard.
moving.
It's hard to say because we saw that video the other day where they were climbing poles and using hooks to push the cameras down to the ground so you couldn't see what they were doing, right?
Yeah. See, now this is
Yeah, mine's buffering pretty bad. Well, it's buffers for a minute and then it plays for a minute and then it buffers for a minute.
yeah. Well, I'm closer to Ukraine, so let's see if so it might be a motorized camera.
That's the same, Johnny. Every time we'd go out for a qualification with the Bradley or whatever, we'd end up starting a fucking fire every damn time. It could be pouring rain. We'd end up starting a fire and have to call in shut down the hot range, then get the firefighters out there. They let it burn for a while, but it always spread to where we had to get the firefighters out there. But
Yeah. So I don't know. This one's not working.
yeah, mine buffers, then goes, then buffers, then goes, which is the camera's turned even more now. Now it's looking over this van. We were looking directly over that walkway. The camera is actively moving. I'm not sure why. It could be a PTZ camera, and somebody finally got control of it.
Nope. Hang on. All right, you want to take the camera back?
Sure. So that's my camera back now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they finally got controls over a PTZ camera and moved it to where they wanted it. But it's turned a little bit more. By the way, guys, what do you guys think about the new mic? A special shout out to the guy who donated it, but I think it sounds exceptional. What do you guys think? Let me know. I think it sounds better than last night already. I've got no filters on it whatsoever. It's just the straight mic. That's it. There it is. So it's live right now, and then it buffers for a second. What's the site where it's at? What website did you post? Did you post this, or what did you post in your Telegram or on your community page, Sage?
This website right here. It's on my community page. It's in a comment. Somebody commented, and I said,
You mean this YouTube page? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. They were asking. They thought you meant there's like a website with an article on it. You can read about. Oh, the camera's moving again. It's got to be a PTZ camera. We're back up. So it's definitely not. I mean, I do see it's buffering clearly, but it's definitely not dead yet. And there seems to be a hell of a fire blazing now. Let me close chat right quick. In the background, there seems is that just light where the camera hasn't adjusted, or is that fire? We have to wait till it unfreezes.
I'm thinking it's fire.
Yeah, thank you guys for shouting out my dad. I appreciate it. He's really nervous about losing any body parts, as most people would be. But thank you guys. Unless it's on a timer. Well, me and Sage watched it for about an hour, and it never moved, did we?
Yeah,
it could.
Yeah,
it could. Maybe it moved. I mean, maybe it scans every hour and a half or something. We only watched it for about an hour. I'm waiting for it to update to see if that's fire or to see if it's just not focused on the light yet. Right now, I have this. So when we get a little bit bigger place and get time to spread out, I actually have the ability to have 3 microphones. So I could technically have 2 guests. I'm trying to get my dad to come on the podcast sometime, even if it's audio only, something. It was mostly light, it looks like. Now we're turning completely away from the plant for some reason. They can't figure out how to take the signal down, so they're just like, fuck it. We're going to turn it back to the pole.
Yeah.
How do you like looking at your own mount?
There's, like I said, there's a lot of stuff with the State of the Union and things like that. There's a lot of stuff with the PPP loans and the EDIL loans. There's a lot of stuff with he talked about with the defund the police and things like that. And I started digging into that.
Yeah,
and
tell them your theory.
A lot of info. Whoa.
Well, it looks like maybe they just didn't understand how to work it, and it fell down, and now they're putting it back on the building. They just now figured out that left is right and right is left or whatever. But yeah, tell them your theory about the State of the Union and what's going on.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to put a show together with all the receipts and make sure I bring that, but I'll kind of talk about a little bit here. So one of the things that I started to dive into was the defund the police, right? So when they originally defunded the police, and I pulled a bunch of stuff in regards to this and started reading about it and what the mindset was about all this. But so when you start defunding the police and you start allowing stuff to happen that, you know, they should be going out and stopping, a lot of police officers that were more law enforcement based police officers, or, you know, either guys that are, you know, constitutional type people or really want to defend, you know, do their job, they left. Right. If you're not going to support me and you're going to, you know, you're not going to back me and you're not going to do this stuff, I'm going to quit. I'm out of here. Right. So, and that's kind of in some of the stuff I'm reading, what they're basically saying was defunding the police was a way to bring in new people and retrain them in a different mindset of policing. But you're not going to be able to do that when you had law enforcement officers that were still pretty much true to being law enforcement officers, right? I mean, wanting to stop crime, wanting to do this stuff. So you defund the police and they quit. A large majority left the police force. Now what you do is you bring back all the money and you say, let's fund the police. So now what you have is you have all of the people that were not, let's just say, not as law enforcement style people are still remaining. So when you're training these new police officers, you're not getting law enforcement officers, you're getting yes men. And that's kind of what this paperwork says, what the, you know, from think tanks and things like that. So to me, it was basically, let's go ahead, cut the money off, piss them off, let them quit. And then when we need police, rehire and get, you know, yes men police officers, train them to be more like, you know, community type stuff and things like that. And that seems to be the way it went. In regards to the, well, let me read this one then, because I'll do a little bit here.
Absolutely positive it's a nuclear plant. By the way, I'm Will with Cold Beer Confessional, and this is Sage. I don't even know if he has a channel.
Occasionally I put one up. Usually what I do is the minute anybody questions me, I rip all my videos down. So I might be hard to find.
That's right.
Is that what happens? So anyways, one of the other things that was said during the State of the Union, which scares me the most, is the fact that they're putting together a task force and appointing a chief prosecutor to focus their energy on the PPP loans and the EDIL loans. Now, these loans, a lot of truck drivers took these loans. Like a ton of truck drivers that I know took this money for the PPP and stuff like that. So one of the things I pulled up and I put on my channel was the fact that I'll give you the sentence so you can kind of hear it right off the bat here. So it says these strike force teams will also use state-of-the-art data analytics tools to connect the dots and identify theft and other complex fraud schemes committed across state lines. Now, that is in the executive order, and I posted that on one of my videos. So, when you commit fraud across state lines, you commit something called RICO, and RICO is a law that was mostly designed to take down, you know, the mob.
This
right?
is the original. By the way, this is the original point of view right here. But yeah, the RICO Act.
Right, and that was originally designed by, but it's a very open law, and the main purpose of that, which I pulled up, is why RICO is. First of all, let me read you what RICO is, and see if you can hear any reference. The main difference between RICO and other criminal laws is RICO.
I heard it. You said RICO.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Is that what it is? It's not just the word. There's actually more.
What are we referencing then? I thought we were referencing the word.
You're not going to finish, are you? You're just going to talk over me because you think you have a bigger mic.
What are we referencing? You said, let me read you the law and see if you hear a reference, and immediately you said RICO. So
right.
What are we referencing?
So you got the bigger mic. Is that the problem? Is that what you're going to say?
Not only the bigger mic.
Yeah.
I got the sleeve. I got the less sleeve on my shirt. I'll tell you that much. We the people. I'll give you the people's elbow, motherfucker.
So, RICO and criminal law. The RICO Act is specifically targeted toward crimes that occur across state lines. So there's your state line. But the main thing with RICO is, alongside with criminal actions, RICO permits private plaintiffs and the government to seek and redress in civil action. Perhaps the most controversial aspect of RICO is the government can seize and confiscate what it deems to be proceeds of the crime through the civil courts. Now, you take the fact that we're looking into like the things like the Great Start Over, where they basically want to, be a part of all the business, just like China is a part of all, business. They have their hand in it.
Wait a second.
I'm waiting. Oh. You got something? You can see something?
Maybe.
I know there was a lot of car alarms going off.
Is that rubble or is that... Maybe it's just rubble. That looks like an enemy tank. What is this shape here? I mean, we're magnified like 300%. What is this shape?
I don't know. Get your pen out.
Right here.
That looks like
is that
tank,
a barrel? Is that a main gun barrel? This is a road or an access way. We have cooling ponds on each side of this. Water treatment ponds, the cooling towers over around the corner. That almost looks like armor, don't it?
Sure does.
I've been wrong before. It could just be rubble. It looks like that, or it could be something else.
Let me ask Jeff.
It's been a long time since I've done enemy armor ID, but there's a flash. Again, that's a lot. It looks like it's flashing pretty repetitive. But we did see explosions. Okay, go ahead with your thing. I just thought I saw a tank, which would be super interesting.
I sent him a message and seeing if he's getting anything from his, because I can't read any of this. The telegram he sends me, which has got a ton of stuff on it. I'm like, yeah, right. I can't read any of this.
Right.
So I'm wondering if somebody's telling him that they have tanks there. So I just asked him to see if there's. So anyway, with these loans, when you basically sign your stuff over to the government, right? When you took these PPP loans and these EDIL loans. But the issue is that now if there's something wrong, they can kind of come in and take all your stuff. And now they have a hand in your company. They can control your company. And now you're turning into basically China. So with that RICO Act being in there, that's a big deal. And that's going to cause a serious problem for a lot of companies that took this money, because now it can be seized by the government. If they find out it was fraud, they can seize it by the government. Some of the other stuff I looked into is they took some 30-year loans and they won't let people pay early. They're charging fees if you pay early, like an actual percentage of the loan if you pay. Like right now, there's one guy, I'm trying to get confirmation, but he basically said, look, because he's going to give me the paperwork. I went to go make a payment. I'm in my deferment cycle and they will not let me pay. They're literally charging me percentages to pay them back. They won't let me pay. Now, they have up to 30 years to pay this stuff back. And right now they're deferring it. So this ends up being a big deal. And then I went in and kind of pulled up some of the stuff that's going on in China.
Do you think the reason they're doing that? Let me turn my camera back on. Do you think the reason they're doing that is because, let's say you did get it shady, like you really didn't deserve it, but you fudged the numbers and you got it anyways, then you repay it, they're going to have a harder time making a case because you already repaid it. So they would rather have them all out until they figured out who tried to fuck them.
Right. And I actually believe 100%, because here's the problem too, is when you went out and got this money, it was really easy to get, like way too easy to get.
Yeah, I told me and Mariah.
They eat us for dinner. Sorry, they are fucking piranhas.
Love your show all the way from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Thank you, Mr. Thomas Mullen. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I could have, me and Mariah were talking, I could have easily gotten one for sure.
Right. And it so the stuff, normally somebody goes over and you sign a bunch of paperwork and you look over this paperwork and you understand and they go over it with you, right? When you take loans.
Right.
Here it's just like, here, click this button online and we'll give you some money. I mean, it became, some of the stuff was a little harder, but some of it was just too easy to get. And nobody's checking what the rules and regulations and how to properly use this money. I mean, this is a government loan. It's going to have some fine print. And a lot of people that I know just weren't reading this fine print. And of course, they're going to YouTube to get educated. And that's always the best decision with government money.
Right.
And it just ended up, I think a lot of people are going to find out that they screwed it up. And I don't know how the government's going to handle that. And then you've got, like I said, and some of the other stuff. And again, I'm going to have all receipts for this stuff. I'm putting this show together. I can see my mic.
Yeah.
Why am I echoing?
They can't. Just keep talking.
All right. So I'm going to have all receipts for this. So the other thing also is a lot of the stuff that he's talking about in regards to, taxing the rich, the $400,000 limit, the schools, the education, and the new model, instead of the trickle down economics, but the new model where it flares out in the middle is exactly what China is doing. I mean, like exactly. It's called common prosperity. And that's what they're shooting for in China. And it actually started with Mao. And the reason it didn't work with Mao to bring in communism is they didn't have the technology to track everybody.
Hold that thought. They didn't have the technology to track everybody. Something's moving around the tank.
Zoom in.
I'm working on it. I might back up a couple seconds as well, but something's definitely moving around the tank. I don't know if it's smoke, or I don't know if it's troops. I don't know. Something went around the front of the tank, then down around the side. So right there is the tank, of course. So let's back up. Let's do this.
That's the fucking tank then.
See, that's troops, right? See those people walking?
Yep.
Right here were troops. Yeah. Let me back up. They got out of this tank, or APC or whatever it is. They walked over here. Now something moves around the front of the tank as well here in just a second. Which somehow I'm like 30 minutes behind on the live stream. I must have backed up by accident, but.
All right, I'm going to go to...
There's more people coming out of the tank. That's the hatch open, and that's the spotlight on top of the tank. They're moving around into the back. Let me go. I'm going to go live right here. The tank might disappear. I don't know, but I'm going live. I didn't realize I was backed up. Yeah, I think that's how I got the camera view back, was I went live. Because now it's not letting me go live anymore. Like catch up to the live. That's 3. So that's a deuce and a half. That's an APC, and that's a tank in the back. That's a very clear vision of it right now. Deuce and a half, APC, tank. In this group. That's exactly what that is.
Let me send this message to the Johnny in my chat.
Oh no!
Telling me
it's a flare. It's a training flare and a training exercise.
Flare.
Yeah, somehow my shit keeps accidentally clicking and dragging us around, but it is there. Those were troops moving. Looks like a truck, an APC, and a tank. Hey, keep talking for a second, Sage. I think my mom just got back from the hospital. I'm gonna holler at her.
Okay. So basically, let me just send that real quick so that I can send him and tell him, and let me do this. So basically, the gist of what I'm going to be also putting out there is the common prosperity. They couldn't bring it in with Mao as much because they didn't have the technology to track everybody and babysit everybody. Well, that's why they're putting in all this technology and this tracing and tracking everybody. Because now the way socialism and communism works the best is when you have tattletales through the internet and technology. Now. Here's my problem with this, and this is why it's taking me so long. If you were to believe in, let's say, Nasara Gassara, right? You could actually say that, is Nasara real? Well, it's not what you want it to be, but it's actually communism. And that's kind of where show up guy might be Travis. Actually, let me grab something real quick while you're here there. I don't know if you saw this, but I want to make sure that I compete, because somebody basically said, so let me do this real quick. Hang on. Let me add the stream real quick. And then let me grab this real quick. And let me throw this up here. So I just want to say, now what? Now what? That's all I just want to say real quick there. So I had to make sure, because I was called out and said I had to step up my game on a certain channel. And I'm just showing you I stepped up my game. All right. Let me switch back to his stream, and we'll go from there. Actually, I don't know if that showed because he has control of the stream. So I'm going to have to wait for him to come back. But don't go anywhere. But anyways, so a lot of the Nasara stuff is basically it's dressed up for communism, right? And that's basically what's going on. So, and that's kind of what I'm putting together for the show that I'm doing, is that everything that they're kind of saying and they're bringing in, and some of the, you know, the money and, you know, run by the military and you know, this and that, and the 15% is basically a socialist communist thing that they're putting in, and China's calling it common prosperity, which if you type into Google, you know, China common prosperity, you can pull up a bunch of videos on it. And they're mentioning it more and more. So they're definitely going to shoot into that aspect. All right. I'm in his. So that's kind of some of the stuff that we're looking at. So are they using that to make it sound better to bring in this communism, socialism? It sounds that way. But I don't know right now. The problem is I don't see any way to get out of the situation we're in. So sort of like Will, I'm becoming more black-pilled with the whole situation. All right. I cannot. The issue is he runs OBS, so I can't show my screen. But Rhino, once he comes back, stick around, because I don't know if you saw my new Rhino Nation thing or not, but I'll show it to you now. Oh yeah, and Travis is welcome to come on the channel. I mean, this is the channel. Once Will gets back and we drop the link, you're welcome to call in. That's kind of what we have. We'd love to hear from Travis, to, you know, call in, and he's welcome to explain his side of the story in regards to, you know, what's going on. But like I said, we seem to have the channel, and, you know, nobody wants to call in. So as soon as we get the link, he comes back, I can drop the link. And Travis, you're welcome to call in. Show up, guy. Show up, guy. Besides that, I don't know. I watched the show, and Will did a great job, and Shane did a good job with it when we broke it up like that. I mean, there was definitely a lot more that could have been dropped. So we did hold back a little. I actually held back quite a bit, I thought. But like I said, in the conversations that, you know, we had and that were out there, everything seemed to go awry after, you know, certain things, people came on the shows. And that's kind of where I'm like, okay. So, hey, can you show, if I show screen, can you pop something up for me?
Yeah, if you're sharing your screen, I just got to click it.
Yeah, just for a second. Let me know when it's up there. I just want to show, make sure he's seen this. And then we'll switch back to that screen.
Sure, let me fix this one and zoom back out. Damn it, I didn't realize I zoomed so far in. There she is. I heard you talking shit. What type of wood would you prefer?
In regards to
when Travis shows up to beat that ass, and I have to smoke him off of you like a swarm of bees. That's what I mean.
Probably it's a maple or an oak.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah,
Take
applewood's pretty good. If you like apple wood smoked. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's definitely good. Go with that one.
All right, your screen should be up. Let me grab it. Let me make sure it's to the front. Oh, let me cancel that. Okay, your screen's up.
There we go. So I had to make sure that I was called out a little bit, saying I had to step up my game. So I wanted to make sure I showed that I, you know.
So you made a worse logo?
I did. I made the Who Makes Worse logo. I definitely think I won. All right, you can go back to your screen.
No contest. No contest. So I keep trying to go live on this, but it keeps backing me up for some reason. Okay. But it does still seem like there's 3 pieces of armor down here, right behind Sage's mic arm there. And that's about all I can tell you. What else were we talking about?
Nothing. I just went over some of the stuff I was doing, and
so basically nothing.
Show together and then show receipts. So
I received a strange furry offer today. Basically, I was told that there was some type of chess thunderstorm going on. And then, there was thunder, there was lightning, there was rain on a furry heart. And then I guess I ripped it out, stomped on it, and then something like that.
He was crushed. He was crushed.
Weird.
Yeah.
But I did receive an offer and a benefits package laid out, so I guess I'll have to respond to that. It's not looking good, but I'll respond.
Man, I tell you what, I don't know who wouldn't take the offer.
I don't know. I mean, I was offered a 72,000 square foot house.
Yeah. Yeah.
On 5,000 acres.
Yeah.
And you're going to run anybody if there's somebody already occupying that land, you and Motion and Fall are going to run them off by throwing bricks at them. Did I hear that?
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was told by Fall. We had to actually run them off the property if it was a piece that you wanted.
That makes sense.
There's actually a castle in Tennessee. I don't know if you knew that or not.
There is. Yeah. There's actually it's been sitting vacant for probably 10 years because I'm sure nobody can afford the upkeep or the taxes on it. But when we go like towards, there's a place in Tennessee called Greenville. And then there's a place called, there's a road that basically everybody takes to go there. It's called State Route 107. There's this house that this judge used to own, and it's a newer house, but it's made to look like a castle. And it's two pieces. It's like the main house, and then a second piece is like probably half the size. And there is a sky bridge between them, like nothing but metal beams and glass that goes between the two.
Yeah.
And it's been sitting vacant and for sale for about 10 years, but I'm sure nobody can afford it. I think we saw it. They wanted and this is crazy because it's Tennessee, but they wanted like $8.6 million for it, something like that. When before the housing market now, how crazy it is. Before that, it's basically like 150 to 200 bought you a nice house. You know what I mean? You didn't need to do a whole lot of fix up. I mean, it wouldn't be a new house. But it wasn't like you needed to go in and fix the basement because it floods every week. 150 to 200,000 was about it. If you got around 225, 250, above 200, then it was like a turnkey, maybe even a brand new house. 3 bedroom or whatever, 3-4 bedrooms, 2 baths was 200, 250, somewhere around there. And they want 8.6 million or some shit for that piece.
That's that. I mean, I remember down there. I think our house was like 30,000. When we bought it down, when we moved to Tennessee, it was like a $30,000 house.
Yeah, that was like 60 years ago, dude.
No, not even 10. It was 10 years ago. But it was out in the middle of nowhere. It was an acre and a house, and we ended up.
What town did you live in?
A town called Sardis, Sardis.
That's near Nashville.
In between Lexington and Lexington, Tennessee. You know where Lexington is?
Mm-hmm.
And south about 30 miles. So it's in between Memphis and Nashville. Yeah. In the middle. And that's pretty much where we were at. But it was down there in a population like, I don't know, 2,000 people.
Were you driving out of that? Was that when you worked as a truck driver?
Yeah. That's why I drove a truck. Yep.
It's not a bad spot to be if you're a truck driver.
No, it's not, because I ran down the Mississippi.
I-40 corridor, and it's not bad.
I'd run down the Mississippi, grab furniture, and then head up to Indiana, and then eventually find something there and head back down again and just keep doing that.
Do you know where Land Between the Lakes is?
That sounds familiar.
Land Between the Lakes is like north out of Nashville going up towards like Clarksville. It's like a big hunting wildlife reserves. There's like a Tennessee Lake, Kentucky Lake. It's like 4 lakes up there. And I don't know. It's just a really good place to hunt. I know you don't hunt, but still, it's a huge park, a national recreation area or whatever. It's half in Tennessee, half in Kentucky, so it's like Land Between the Lakes. And then there's like there's all these islands that you can go hunt on or camp on or fish on or whatever. It's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, let me do this real quick here. Stop sharing. But besides that, I don't know. All I know is that we're about to see a hell of a time with fuel prices.
So we should start hoarding fuel?
Dude, I don't know, man. All I know is they're saying this thing's leaking.
Is that a car? They're saying it's leaking. Is that a car signaling with their headlight? Hold on. It's like a car signaling the camera with their headlights down here in the corner. You see that?
Is that an alarm? Is that the car alarm?
Well, here's a car parked. It could be the alarm. Here's a car parked here, and it looks like there's a car parked like facing us, and then there's another car over here. Is it? You think their alarms are going off?
Yeah, because what happened was the lights were off, and all of a sudden there was an explosion, and all of their lights started to flash. So I'm thinking something shook, and the car alarms were going off.
Yeah, like a training flare accident in a training area.
Flare. He hasn't responded back because I said him we're covering it, and I told him he was wrong. Hang on.
Somebody said
Let me
that's
see.
Jeff B on the ground sending us back Morse code. It
That
says,
could be. Can you do Morse
Libert,
code?
send more silver. I'm reading it right now. Libert, send more silver. Must add Ukrainians to pyramid scheme before taking over. No war
Listen,
here.
I met a guy that would like to run a little commercial on the on this channel. I think it's okay. Could you mind if he runs one?
I guess.
All right. So he'll have to run one.
Is it Shirtless Steve?
He's well, when I met him, he wasn't completely shirtless, but it's you'll have to just check it out. I'm gonna let him run at least one. We'll see how it goes over, and we'll kind of go from there. But I think we're gonna let him run some commercials. Hey, you want to drop a link?
I guess. Jesus Christ. Are we doing call-in show now? What is this? The search for truth?
I know. Well,
The search for
hope.
booze?
I hope. I've asked him to he's welcome to come on and give us his side of the
Search for
story.
Miss Blue Moon's receipts?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, here we go.
You want to drop it? Because I can't drop it. Could I drop this link? I can, right?
I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I
don't know
just
what you're
dropped
doing.
it. Was it not quick enough for you? What the fuck is your deal?
No, I was going to drop it earlier, but I didn't know if I could drop it with your system.
Of course you can. It's just a link to get in. They still can't get out of the backstage, you know?
Gotcha. So I know. But yeah, so that's dropped. But yeah, so he hasn't responded back after I said, you're wrong. Here's a link.
Someone in chat who is me said, the search for my daughter's kids.
Ooh, that's rough too. I'm telling you.
A little bit.
Ouch.
I don't know. It don't look good. We're going to get dragged into this war. We're at least, we're at least going to have boots on the ground to help clean up this nuclear spill, I'm sure. At minimum. I mean, they won't be soldiers, right? They'll be civilians, but who else is going to send a team in to clean all this up?
I don't know. Let me pull up this. Let me see if there's anything in this Telegram. And if Jeff B, like I said, if you want to jump on here and translate this.
Beep, 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 beep. He only translates into Morse code.
That's probably what the problem is.
If it's the search for sobriety, motherfucker, somebody needs to draw him a map. He's lost as fuck, dude.
Fuck that. Throw him a rope. Throw him a rope. Map ain't gonna cut it.
Call him an Uber. Somebody go pick his ass up.
I don't know. That I did tell him that you there was the audio that you did was good, but there was a lot more audio you didn't drop that you could have dropped at that.
Yeah, so I was kind of pressed for time, and I was having trouble with my software. I had since I haven't done a real edited video with like transitions and stuff that I've bought and paid for, so I was actually signed in on the wrong account. I edited the whole video, and then I needed to export it and then add some more into it. That way I wouldn't lose like where my effects were and my transitions and my sound bites. So I needed to export it and then chop it again. Well, I was signed into the wrong account, so it wanted me to repay for all the transitions I had, all the sounds I had and shit I had in it. So then I had to go download free ones and replace all them, and then export it, then sign into the right account, then put it back in, then redo it again. It was a mess. It was a mess.
Because I ain't gonna lie.
Way
By
back.
the time, go ahead.
I had 38 more clips that I had
38.
lined out to you. 38 clips.
Yeah.
28 clips. I had 30. 28 clips that I had lined out still to use, and I couldn't squeeze them into the video.
Yeah, because there was a lot. I mean, like you said, the conversation we had was easily an hour long, and like I said, most of that was,
And then I had to pay a crew of basically Islamic State militia to go hold Shane 187 at gunpoint so he could read his script and come off as genuine.
Oh, he was good. He was good. It's tough. It's not easy when you're focused on talking, right? And it's not just free flowing.
Hello,
So
my name is Shane Thompson, and I go by Shane Thompson on YouTube. I started out with Travis on the search for. No, I appreciate it, Shane. You'll loosen up.
So Johnny P just showed up, and he was the one that said this was just a flare. So since you're the combat vet, can you kind of explain to him that this is definitely not flares going off? This is some type of.
This is not a flare. We've seen several explosions. We've seen armored something at least 25 millimeter or bigger with tracer rounds. There's an APC, a truck, and a tank sitting on this road here. This would be a tank in the rear, an APC, and probably like a deuce and a half, their version of a deuce and a half or FMTV. There's troops on the ground, full battle rattle. It's definitely not flares. And it set off all these car alarms. Flares and fire don't usually set off car alarms. Unless the cars are on fire.
Yeah, and plus, I understand that at some point, even Drudge is reporting that radiation rising. So if fire's going off, people can't put it out. So I understand it's difficult to figure out real news and fake news, but I got this from a guy in Ukraine who sent me this link. Before everybody else had it, we were watching this like 2 hours ago.
Sure. From the Ukrainian guy with the Ukrainian telegram. It's actually, we watched it for a good hour, just me and you were watching it before I ever got there.
Right. It's before the show, way before the show. So it's just, like I said.
Oh, somebody called in.
You got it? Oh, we're in trouble.
No.
Oh, now we're in trouble.
I misspoke, chat. Nobody called in. Well, everybody, welcome to the show. One Miss Diana Hardwick. What's up?
Yep, I get it. What's up, boys? How are you?
Not a whole lot. What are you up to?
Oh, just chilling out, sitting by the fire,
You look
listening
pretty chill.
to you guys, waiting for some funnies.
I don't know if it's gonna be very funny. I don't know.
No, I know you switched topics. I'm like, oh shoot, they're talking about Ukraine now.
We're all over topic. This is kind of a call-in show. Can we just go with it? So if there's
Area
a
of
topic,
expertise, for sure.
if there's a topic you want to go back to, you're welcome to go back to it.
Well, I just figured while I was here, I did know that show pretty good, The Search for Truth. I was involved with it, so I figured I would call in and make myself available for questions of anything. I haven't spilled all the guy's business. I don't wish any ill harm to him. I heard your guys' show yesterday. I thought it was good. Yeah, I just thought I'd call in and check in with y'all. And am I low?
I fixed it, but you're good now.
I need some technological help here and there.
I don't think you're low. I think me and Sage are high. So
okay.
Yeah, that show's just a mess, man. It is something else. I don't even know what to say.
When I heard that, sorry to interrupt you. When I heard that clip of Joy, I was like, God, she sounds panicked.
Mm-hmm.
She sounds like hyperventilating. I don't know if she's just out of breath because she said she's a big girl. So I was trying to imagine, well, how big is she? I don't know, because I've never seen her face. So I don't know. So my imagination went way big. I'm like, she's a big girl. That's bad. But she was breathing heavy and panic sounded. And like this was really, I don't know what you guys were talking about, but
that's the way she answered the phone. And then that's the way she talked the entire conversation.
Right.
So
the main guy of the conversation was, like I said, I was friends with the other guy first. We were real good friends. And then they teamed up to do a show, and it was just not happy. And I just kind of let
this happened right after Travis was on his show, and he's like, we heard a little birdie told us that someone steals content, and it's a 4-letter word. And then someone in the chat said Sage, and he's like, oh, yep, that's it, but I can't say no more. I can't. And he started doing like this, like, I can't say no more. He acting a fool, but.
And like I said, my thing was, and it was no threat. It was handle it off screen. But if it's not and it comes on and my name said, I'm going to clear it up. I'll jump in. I'll if I hear my name, I'll fix it myself. And that was the gist of it. And there was, from there it was considered down the road. But it was something that it ended up being. The show changed, right? The show changed. It went from that bar scene, that hangout, have a good time, whatever stuff, and it turned into trying to be, news and all this other stuff. And it's very difficult for Travis to carry that type of conversation. So you basically kind of had a problem with that, and you know that you can talk about that, and
I don't even care, like I move on pretty quickly when I've been rejected. I'm like, oh, fuck you, goodbye, even though like
But here
we've
you
had
are.
our differences I mean, you're not gonna, I don't see any, and here I am. That's true. But I had it coming. So that's okay. I'm a bit, I can admit when I'm wrong. I mean, I know once you go out in front of the camera on YouTube world, you're fair game. You are totally, and so I'm not one to stick with whatever because I'm dug in or this or that. Like I just want the truth and I just want to help people. And I think at the end of the day that was obvious, I hope. And really if people don't see that, that's okay. That's their loss, I'm moving on. I got shit to do. I don't
Sure.
have time for this drama. I can't believe how much drama is on the YouTube lately. And I thought you guys were just shit stirrers and created drama. I mean, I knew there was liars on the internet, but just being honest, I come in, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just wanting to like Humboldt County's a mess. Humboldt County's a mess, like that. And then I get hurled in with different groups and people. And I found you guys by accident. And I don't know. I appreciate being wrong. I don't have a problem being wrong.
That's right.
It's not a big deal I'm wrong a lot. So, um you guys have a lot to offer. I've got a new appreciation for busting the grifters. I've definitely been affected by it. Miss Blue Moon's been affected by it in big, serious, hurtful ways. It's no joke. It's really serious. It's not just like, oh, we're going to create a soap opera. That's what I thought. It's just like
Sure.
looking for drama, looking for bullshit to just talk about.
They eat us for dinner. Sorry, they are fucking piranhas.
This is way better than
And
watching As the
then-
World Turns. Great job, Will and Sage. Thank you very much, Libert Sherbert, for the two six packs.
As the world turns.
So
I
just
did
a lot of
say
people
that.
don't like how I like dramatize stuff or make jokes about it. But I mean that's so my ultimate goal is to show people what's actually going on. But it has to be entertaining, especially for a 3 or 4 hour video where they just leave. I mean, oh, you're reading facts. I'm out of here. So it helps
Very
people
boring.
see it if nothing else. Welcome, Joseph. By the way, I brought Joseph in as well.
Oh, that's who was wondering. And sorry about your dad. And I did think that joke was funny about you trying to get him in a nursing home. Like I get that humor. I grew up with a big, bold family that told jokes like that all the time. And a lot of people in California, they're very fragile.
Sure.
I'm not fragile. I am fragile, but I'm not like I don't break. You're not gonna break me. Some internet people. You said that yesterday. I love that. We're just internet people.
Sure.
Don't trust us.
No.
Don't like us. Whatever.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that think that, or not so much with me because I'm kind of a dick, but there's other people that think that these people are looking out for their best interests, would never hurt them, would never do anything wrong, would never cheat or steal, and that's part of the problem. You get so attached to these people, you think they're like, like your neighbor, and they're not really. They have ulterior motives that they hide from a lot of people, and it is what it is, but it burns a lot of people as well. There's Joseph back. What's up, Joseph?
Yo,
Hi,
what's up,
Joseph.
bro?
Hey, man.
Hey.
Welcome. But yeah, a lot of people get burnt by these people selling, scamming donations, and the people that do it know that they're saying what you want to hear, right? If they say what you want to hear, that's how they get bigger donations. That's how they get more viewers. That's how their channel blows up so quick.
Yeah, what's funny is something as simple as seeing a grift move. Like you watch someone, you don't know if they're going to be a grifter yet. But I want to let Joseph talk because I could ramble on. I'm sorry. Hi, Joseph.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Diana. How you doing? Hi,
I'm doing
everybody.
good. How are you? What's your last name? Do we know you? And do I know you?
Well, this is my name. I don't know if you know me.
Oh,
But,
Joseph. I can't see
Yeah.
anything. I
Joseph
have no
Smith.
Yeah.
chat. Yeah.
yeah, I'm in chat all the time. This is the
There's
first
some-
time I called in.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, buddy. I can
Right
put
on.
chat up on the screen so you can see it, by the way. We just use
Oh.
this for the cameras. I don't actually broadcast through it, but there's the chat on the screen.
Oh, that's okay. That's hard. I can't
Yeah,
even
that's
see
good.
that. Don't worry about it. I'll open up my YouTube if I need to see it. I just figured I'd focus with you guys.
Oh,
Right.
you're all good. I get a
Thank you,
little
though.
nervous being on camera anyway, so.
Yeah, well,
Everybody gets nervous.
there's so many people
you-
showing like nudity and stuff, trying to get channels banned. We don't allow. We just have people in the background rather than putting them on camera.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. There's a lot of shitty people out there anyways.
Sure, absolutely.
Well, I just want to call in and say thanks for everything you and Sage do. I appreciate it.
Mostly me though, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you, of course.
I will.
Nah, I'm just messing with you, Sage.
No, and I understand, and like I said, it's one of those things that. But this is the stuff, like I said, I got the stuff from Ukraine, and it's like, man, there's no way this is just a training thing, right? It's just no way. It's just a flare thing and training thing. He's calling off equipment, and we're seeing explosions and tracer rounds. So I just want to make sure, like I said, this is what I do. My part of this is be, the guy that brings the receipts and stuff like that, and the straight guy, and brings all the boring information. And Will's job is to make fun of me, and he does a great job. Yeah, and thankfully he's here.
My job is to make fun of the whole internet,
I like it.
not just you, the
like
whole internet.
Here, I thought I was special. Again, I'm not.
No, you guys bring different things to the table, and you guys both do it very well.
I
Well, thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Hey, when are you gonna bring Fall on for an interview?
We've been
we're
working on it backstage.
we're working on it.
behind the
Alright.
scenes.
Yeah, it's a lot. He has a lot of lawyers. 72 lawyers we got to get through.
Oh no.
I told him he should get a green screen, and Fall loves hats, so we could get him a combat helmet, a Kevlar, and then green screen him right in the middle of the combat in Ukraine or wherever. Actually, put him in like a World War II movie,
Yeah, there you go.
Saving
I like
Private
it. I
Fall.
like Fall's weather broadcast too.
He loves the weather. That and he's like I said, we're excited about chasing down zombie clones. We got a lot of stuff going with the zombie clones. So that's gonna be a good time. We have some stuff planned for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's a good show. I watch it every time it comes on.
Thank you. We have one coming tomorrow, which is like an hour and 15 minutes. It was forever. But then we have some other shorter ones we're doing also. So
I like the board games. The board games are fun, or the card games, or whatever they're called. The question games.
yeah, we got a bunch of those coming up.
Yeah.
We ordered a bunch of those, a bunch of trivia games, a bunch of the conversation games. We bought worst case scenario. So there's a lot of those games that, of course, we're going to play and throw out there. And it's just like I said, eventually we'd like to, bring somebody on and go to do the same thing and
Did
go
you
with
say?
that.
Did you
good
say
time.
worst case scenario?
Yeah.
That was basically what you sent me as an application to be my co-host. You remember? Just said worst case scenario.
Hey, Joseph, I have a question for you. Before
Yeah.
you started watching CBC, did you know what grifters were?
They eat us for dinner. Sorry, they are fucking piranhas.
Hold on just a
I
second.
knew what they were.
Uh,
What
you-
happened with me is
You the Obi-Wan. I'm just a lonely grifter, Play-Doh boy. That's from Laura 5 6 packs. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Go ahead, Joseph.
okay. So in 20, I work for the state of Illinois. I'm a truck driver.
Right.
So they
My
put
state.
us on. Yeah, they put us on the schedule in 2020 where we were off for 3 months on call because of the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
So I was working with Homeland Security for like 6-7 weeks, but I caught myself watching, the Q stuff and kind of falling down the rabbit hole. And then I found, was it the Veritas machine? Watched him for a couple days, and I found Will, and it's been like 14 months. I
Sure.
think about 14 months I've been with CBC, and Yeah, I didn't fall all the way down. I was on the way if I didn't find well. Like I was looking back in that short time, talked to the guys at work, and
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So,
Yeah, I'm glad I never fell for Phil Gillespie. That's for damn sure. I mean, that's one thing I'm proud of, that I never believed a word from that dude. But I've watched some grifter drifters. But the reason I ask is because when in Humboldt County, when a new group opened up called Humboldt Freedom Coalition, they immediately went and got the swag, the shirts and the t-shirts and this and the that. And they're all about, getting together, and they ride the board of supervisors ass on the phone. Like they did a big honkathon. They make things happen, but they're not interested in things constitutionally. And they're interested, they really want power. They want to be power. So it just made me think, like, I don't think I would have thought of them, like, just, they have ulterior plans. These guys, they're running it like a business. They're riding the coattails of this movement to make money. I mean, that's just basically, and to gain power and fame. And I just appreciate what these guys do too. Yeah,
Sure. There's been a lot of money made with the movement. I mean, if you say the right thing, digital army, digital soldiers, we're doing this, we're doing that. There's been a lot of money made on that.
and I don't have a problem supporting channels. I know you've said the same thing about with Travis. Like, I've said the same thing to him. Don't say every dollar goes to your charities,
Sure.
because I told Travis, you're entitled to, people can support you for the fact that you offer a platform
Absolutely.
to speak on. Like, I appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, it's just it's so weird. After I got rejected out too of Liberty Warrior Nation by Mary and her whiteboard and banned that night, which that's another, we could have a lot of fun with that one. But and you have been having a lot of fun with that one.
Oh yeah.
It really opened me. You know what was weird? I immediately, I realized I was saying Char's name wrong. I was seeing all kinds of things in different, like, I'm not kidding you, just weird shit, little shit that is just, it's a perspective shift,
Sure.
because you're not willing to really look at everything because you're caught up in it, and you can't. I couldn't.
Right.
So,
And I think one of the big problems that with Travis is that Travis has to realize he's the host of the show, and there are things that he needs to say. Whoa! So that's not, you know what I mean? Like, there's been times Will has, we were covering Travis, and it went really bad really quick, and Will's like, nope, not doing this.
Yeah.
And you immediately jump off. So as that host, you can't just say, well, I didn't hear that. Well, I didn't see that. Well, I didn't hear that. No, it's still your show. And that's kind of where it went bad for him, is he doesn't have the ability to step up and just take his show and run his show. There's, the other people, let's say David, he's going to take his show, run his show. Travis is not. And that's what gets a lot of people in trouble, is by not stopping people from saying certain things that's going to get them in trouble. Right. If people on that channel are saying things that are going to, get you in trouble, you almost have to say, whoa. And that's how I think he lost control. But we do have a couple other people that are wanting to jump up here.
Oh,
so.
yeah, I'll bounce out. No problem, you guys. But yeah, just wanted to say hi and thank you for love the reel of the piranhas. That's my favorite. I can't get enough.
It's ours too.
You're immortalized now.
Oh man, it's almost going to my head. It's a little,
You have to get a bigger hat.
Mary's gonna wipe me out with
hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you. I'll be in the chat. Bye. Bye, Joseph.
Nice to meet you, Diana. Bye.
Yep.
All right, well, and Sage, I'll let you get back to the show. I just wanted to say thank you and appreciate what you guys do.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
And thanks for that help on that other thing we did the other day. I appreciate it. I got it all sent off and taken care of.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
appreciate it.
No worries.
Well, I mean,
it's all good. All right, I'll be in chat, guys.
All right, we'll see.
Cool.
All right, bye.
This is always a good one here. Let's grab Free Rebel. What's up, Free Rebel?
Hey, what's up? Hey, Joseph. I was wanting to ask him a question real quick.
No, I'm sorry.
He probably still be in the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
well, anyway, he said he lives in Illinois. I was born in Moline. I was wondering if he's anywhere near there.
he
Anyway,
lives right outside Chicago. I've talked to him personally. He lives pretty
oh,
close to Chicago.
okay,
I don't know
well,
where you're talking about, but he lives real close to Chicago.
yeah, Moline is pretty much due west
Okay,
of Chicago, west by southwest.
sure.
But anyway, Will, with fall, I got an awesome idea you can do with them.
What's
You
that?
get the green screen going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get him, dolled up like he's a combat reporter, and on the green screen have the battle scene from Hoth in The Empire Strikes Back in the background playing while he's doing a Ukraine combat,
That would be funny.
release.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you,
That'd be
hey
good.
Sage? Have you ever played any flight simulators? You don't have a joystick laying around, do you? Could we put him in a fighter jet and call him the Ghost of Kiev?
I could.
The fall of
absolutely do
Kiev.
that. I could absolutely figure something out. I'll figure something out for that. That's good. Fall just likes being fall, and it's funny too because you guys have no idea. It's two different people. It is literally two different people. It is split personality. I am not joking. So it's always a good time, but yeah, I'll figure something out with that. I wanted to get a blow up, one of those blow up tank, full size,
Blow
like
up
they
doll.
had in Stan, full size one, man. But they're quite expensive.
Yeah, they say that you could use all the holes on those. I don't know. But they have more realistic feeling latex or whatever they're made out of. So yeah, that could be a fun time for multiple dudes or whatever.
There you go. Allegedly.
Hey, one more thing real quick, guys, before I jump out.
Sure.
I don't know if you saw me post it when I first got on. Some good news. I am diabetic. I think I may have mentioned that.
Sure.
And I got blood work done last Tuesday, and my A1C score, for those that know what an A1C score is, was 6.2, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's good. Good deal, man.
The last time I had it checked, which was about a year ago, I don't drive, so I missed a few appointments here and there. It was over 11, so within a year, I've got it, cut in half pretty much.
Right. Yeah, that's a good
And,
deal.
Yeah, and in the last 6 months, I've lost 50 pounds. So yeah, I'm feeling great. I don't need to wear glasses anymore most of the time.
Oh, you're doing awesome, man.
It's crazy, for type 2 diabetics. If you stay on top of it, a lot of that stuff won't reverse itself, but it won't be as severe.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You gotta really stay on it. But yeah, I'm happy
Yeah.
for you, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. Anyway, hey guys, thanks for everything you guys do. You saved my soul from craziness from another channel. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I appreciate Miriam for all the crap she's got to put up with
Sure.
to help support you and the family. I know she goes through a lot, but I don't want to drag you guys down too much, but keep up the good work.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
I'll be
Thanks
in
for calling
chat.
in.
Thank you, brother.
See you, man.
Yeah.
I do have a correction to make. Right now, we're actually watching a replay because I rewound it because the video ended. And also, someone said nuclear power plants don't have live streams. That's exactly right. That's why someone is literally, if you look at this screen that I've got up right here, let me grab the screen. If you look at it and then you zoom in on one of the sides, that's why we have scroll bars here, because someone is restreaming a security camera that they're not supposed to be streaming. And if you go up to the top left corner, you actually get a date and timestamp with the plant name and what camera it is. So yeah, you're right. They're not supposed to have publicly available live streams, but there's also a fucking war going on. So someone grabbed this and said, hey, they're attacking the power plant. It's probably maybe crucial that I put this out there. Just because I had it cut up and chopped up good to where it fit the screen well doesn't mean that, oh, they don't do this. Yeah, they don't, but someone did. Also, the very top of the screen where you're seeing the lights kind of like in lines, that's some type of refraction or something. It's like it's almost got a glass shield on top of it. So when you see rounds or lights down here, they're also flashing up at the top of the screen as well. The bottom of the screen is what you need to be paying attention to. All right, let's see. Who called in?
We have the one, the only Rhino Nation present with us.
Shut it down, boys. We went too far.
I just wanted to give you kudos, Sage. You did step up. I said, Will, damn, he stepped right up when you will.
Challenge accepted.
We have to get a new one.
I just want to know, Sage, if I can put that on a shirt.
Yeah, I don't know because I took the thing. Let me check and see the original thing. Just a minute. I don't have a problem with it, but let me
Okay,
check.
I just wanted to ask because
Make sure he
I
didn't
think that
steal
you
it.
did a badass job.
Yeah.
I think you did an outstanding job.
Yeah, let me
And
check.
I'd like to thank both of you for the job that you have done
Yeah,
and
man.
are doing.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
it, brother.
But I'll check that. Make sure where I got it from, that you don't get in trouble because I just staked it for the the credit
Right.
that
I love. Put it this way, I screenshot it. I loved it. I'm going to show everybody it. I just wanted to know if I could put it on a shirt. That's all I wanted to ask you.
like I said, I'll check into
I
that
also
for you.
left it on your phone there, Will. So
Sure. Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
So
I won't take up any more of your time, but you definitely,
yeah,
whatever you do,
thought
both
were
of you
coming
did a
in
good
the back-
job.
We
Yeah,
thought
man.
you were sneaking in the back door to take over the channel, so that's why I brought you up quick because I didn't know if that was going.
No, I didn't bring no accompaniments with me, aka the show up guy. I didn't bring him or
Yeah, we thought
Bozo
maybe
clown or whatever. I didn't
Yeah.
bring RH with me either. So no sneak
Yeah.
attack here.
no hack attack, no hack attack here. We didn't know.
Thanks for coming on, man.
No.
I appreciate you calling
Nope,
in.
nope. I just wanted to give kudos to you, Sage, because you stepped up your game.
Hey.
Stand by, Will. He's like, Sage must have been working on that for days.
That's it. Well, we get it. We get another one. We're gonna have to start animating it now. I know Sage doesn't know how to animate.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. You guys did a good job. I just don't want to take no more of your time. Thanks for letting me up.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in.
It's coming in.
Bye.
See you,
Have a
man.
nice night.
That was on day 7, everybody. On day 7 over at Rhino Nation. Thanks for calling in on day 7. Yeah, this is actually, I just backed it up like halfway through the video or so. Well, 3/4 of the way through the video and was just playing it again just to see what we could see. But I wish it was still live. I also checked the channel. This is a news channel out of Ukraine that's relaying this, I guess, because they got a lot of news stories here. None of them English though, so but it looks like that's what they've been covering for the last couple months. They've even got some Putin videos on here, like press conferences and stuff. I don't know, man. It sucks. I don't know what to tell anybody. It looks bad. Actually, hold on. This is the. Let me translate this. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I got this from the boots on the ground, a friend of mine who's in Ukraine. So he sends this stuff to me, and because he's obviously reading this stuff and I don't read Russian, so he gave it to me to put out here. So that's why I'm considering it pretty legit. If he's giving it to me since he's in Ukraine.
Sure.
Did you translate it?
I'm trying to. Because I see this backdrop here this is the power plant, right? So I don't know if this is the news and they just changed their backdrop to the power plant. Maybe it's because they're in that city and that's it's a huge power plant or what's going on there. But yeah, I just saw the background, but it's not one to translate. It looks like this may be their call signs, and then of course their channel 3, and then maybe this word.
He might be sleeping because I sent him another message and he's not answering. So
yeah, it's not going to translate. But we can go to Google Translate.
if Jeff B would call in, it would be all good to go.
Yeah, it won't translate directly from there, so I don't know. We can remove one letter at a time and try it. It's got to have it's got to be something like a brand name or something maybe.
There,
You know what I
I
mean?
sent him a message if he responds.
The logo's power related. Yeah, the logo is like Fusion, but I don't know. Here's their website, I guess. Let's see what they are. This might be the power board, and those news clips might be just news about power-related stuff. You know what I mean? Approval for this plant and this and that and whatever.
Yeah, and I have no idea. It could be, I know they're not supposed to, but like I said, like you said, they're at war, so it could be the power plant themselves putting that stream out just to show people. You know what I'm saying?
Someone said I heard it's stabilized. The last we heard was that they thought it was possibly leaking, but hopefully it's stabilized. That'd be great. I've actually refueled. I don't know if I've ever told this. I used to refuel nuclear power plants for a little while. It was actually a really cool job because you have what they call it getting hot, like getting radiation. So when you're in there in the fuel chamber, you can only go in there from you can look like steam fitter heaven. That's right, JP. You can only be in there for so long, and then you have to have a rest period. So there's a break. So because you don't want to have to come out and like wash down to get out, like decontaminate to get out. right off the side of the fuel room, there's like a break room that you can use. So you still go through, they still blow you down, they still do a slight one, right, to decontaminate you, and then you can go to the break room. So you might work 15 minutes changing out fuel rods, and then go have a 3 hours off while the other crew rotates through all their people changing fuel rods, and then you come back in. But you basically stay there all day, do your shift, and the pay's good. But you build up radiation, and then once you get to such high level, you have to take time off. Whether it's there's actually a level where you're just not allowed to come back. You're just done for life. But most of the time, it's just like take this much time off, that much time off, whatever.
Yeah, they're saying I've got it's DEFCON warning system and another place that are basically saying that at this point there's no change in radiation levels.
DEFCON warning system is not a good source. What's the other source?
The other source is hang on, let me do this.
You sharing the screen?
No, I was gonna send it to you in the
okay.
in the private chat.
Because DEFCON warning system, I've busted them twice on fucking not good information, and then I started poking around a little bit. They're not great guys.
It's good to know. These are just popping up in that.
This
one
is
here.
The Spectator Index breaking no change in radiation levels at Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, according to IAEA, International Alliance of. Hold on, let's see what it is. IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency. So that's good. Maybe it wasn't leaking. Maybe we're wrong. Oh shit.
Yeah. The thing that popped up was Drudge put it out there. Drudge put out radiation rising, and there was no question mark.
Check this out.
Oh, you got. Ouch. What's that from? The website?
At the moment, the radiation seems to be under control. The affected reactor is shut down. Reactor with maintenance for radiative residues. The firefighters are at work. At the moment, there is no danger of an increase in radiation. This was from Bad Boy Better Real. That was just in that same thread that you sent me. It's under the same headline that you sent me from the Spectator Index. I was wondering if anybody else had any pictures. You got to be careful scrolling Twitter. They allow nudity. I don't want to show any something crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing too is can I share this?
I hope not.
Well, this is the
Sage you guys don't know this, but I'm constantly fighting. Sage is always trying to get me to show dick pics on the stream. So I'm constantly having to go through and scan these links.
Listen, they're only the ones you send to me, and I'm just telling you, you should be proud of that. And
I disagree, because the first 5 you sent me, you said was from a previous relationship, and "We the People" was tattooed on the side of it. So whose dick was that?
Well, I can't say who.
It said one side said "We the People" and the other side said "Give me liberty" or "Give me multi-level liberty." So.
Ooh, that's true. But that was just references. I was just allowing you to have a reference. You see what I'm saying?
Republic of Jamaica. That was an old joke. I just spit coke on the phone screen.
Actually, the situation why it became Libert is it there's no way you could get the Y on there, right? So you could first part, and then you just ran out of room. And that's the original source of Libert.
When people ask me why we said liver, and I was like, they were like, everybody's asking why, and I'm like, exactly, why this guy, why this shit, why multi-level marketing, why? Oh, it's a mess. You know fucking Tara sat in our chat the whole day the other day. You know Tara, his right hand lady or whatever, sat in my chat the whole day the other day, agreed with the video, watched, blah blah blah. Said she wasn't here to troll, and then as soon as the video was over, she left a comment and said, "Oh, it's fun hanging out with my biggest enemies." What the fuck is your deal? Like, what? I don't know. She's something else.
Here now, click the link. I mean, really hang out with us. Click the link and come up. I don't get this. It's always like we have a call-in show now that you've rarely had, and everyone's like, "Oh, if I ever got that guy." Okay, click the link. Crickets.
Ain't got shit to say. Also, somebody just said, is the show up guy said Libert is my hero. Actually, you may not have been updated about the person that you are pretending to be, but they're actually calling Liberty the Liberty Grifter now is the pet name they have for him, because Liberty asked them to join the MLM and they didn't, and they got the cold shoulder. So that's the story on the streets, at least.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I'm liking this green screen. I'm gonna try to mimic the green screen because that's like the most original green screen.
Oh, the 1964 TV set Snow in the background. Is that what you're talking about?
That's
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
gonna
good
say that's fantastic green screen.
By the way, chat, for all you guys that were big fans of my singing, now that I've got the microphone, there's going to be a lot more singing. Oh, you just get ready.
Let me tell you, I don't know if you guys know this. Well, normally when we're backstage, Will is singing. He's a guy. He's lighting up and
I'm
rocking
singing
back there.
full.
He is. Now, I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's a lot. It's a lot of singing. And to not get good with all that singing is a true talent.
Exactly. And most of the time it's Shoe Sage, Don't Bother Me. Shoe Sage, Don't Bother Me. But I mean, I know other songs too. That's just the one that I really want to get my point across with.
Is that what it is? I thought it was just you're practicing your S's on your mic. To try to see if it
sells seashells by the seashore. I think we're good. I got the S's.
I think we're good.
Can you read a single S?
A single S?
Like if I wrote it down, how much did you struggle with that?
Just the letter S?
Yeah.
I'm all right with it.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Listen, with a name like Shane,
I've heard
like
you
my
read.
name. Well, out loud? You want me to read it out loud?
I've heard you read.
Have you told the crew what the instrument which is your chosen instrument?
Of death?
Yeah.
No, my channel knows I play the banjo.
Do they? Yeah, I did not know that. I just found that out.
Publicly
that was
known factor.
Is it? That's amazing.
Chat, you guys know I play the banjo, right? I'm sure some of them remember. I've told them a couple times. It's probably been a while. I haven't played a banjo in a long time. I think I still own one, but I have no idea where it's at. Since we moved, it probably would have been stored in our bedroom probably, and now in storage. You know, the weather damaging it. But yeah, I play banjo.
So we are now looking for GoFundMe for a banjo for Will, because we got to hear Will rock the banjo. Like
we are not. I want proof.
Here comes the banjo. Oh God!
Proof that you play banjo.
You know who this is already, right? Because it's all capitalized.
Oh my God!
You're all capitalized.
He's a capital pain in the ass. I think it's the problem.
All right, I'll add him.
We the people on the stream. What's up? We the people.
Go ahead.
You couldn't just let me run with it.
No.
Just 1 fucking second, Sage. I was going to fucking hire you as the wizard and everything.
Oh,
fucking
no.
had it all set out. Well, the old one's fucked. So look, we need a new one.
Wait just a second. Do your disguised American voice. That's my favorite part of the show.
No, not
They eat us for dinner. Sorry, they are fucking piranhas.
That's 5 6-packs to say. Can't wait to hear the banjo.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Banjo money. I want it. I want
What instrument do you play,
Am I supposed
Johnny?
to play the banjo, am I?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to? Ukulele?
What you play a didgeridoo, right? You're from Australia.
Well, don't be racist. Just because it's from...
That's xenophobia, I think. It's just the country, not the race.
Yeah. I mean, you think only of your country.
I'm white Australian.
Oh, I like the didgeridoo.
No, that's actually really hard to play. It's actually very hard.
Yeah, we used to watch a guy that was trying to teach himself how to play it, and it was like incredibly hard to play. Mariah, you ever thought about getting a didgeridoo?
Knew you were gonna do it. I gave you that one. Yeah, what's that one? I missed the last two. Damn, missed David.
You just got here?
He's no, David's chat. How's that going? Good. It's going good.
Yeah, it went all right.
He's doing good. He's trying. He's good. I like David now. I like him more and more every day, to be honest.
Sure.
Mm.
I like him. I like him more now than I ever did on the other channel. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it tends to bring the the shit out of people, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, brings
Good
the
luck to
worst out
them.
of people for sure.
Well, you
Wish them
guys
all the best.
you should be gearing up soon because once they take Taiwan, you're fairly close to them, and then you're gonna have to go help that, right?
Sure. And
Yeah,
you're
I
an
suppose
island
they'll
boy.
call me. Oh, damn right I am.
You won't be able to
We're
resist.
the biggest island. We're the biggest island. Is that an explosion in the background there? Look at
That is.
Fireworks.
Off in the
Fireworks.
distance, there's an explosion.
Jasara. It's Jasara and Nasara. That's what that is.
Oh. Well, how's did it quit raining?
For now,
That's good.
for about the last hour, yeah.
Oh, well, I was hoping you meant like today or something, but just an hour break.
No.
Did you fix your leak or find your leak or?
Not until the rain stops.
Yeah, that sucks.
Needs an out. The water needs an out.
Sure.
So might turn it into a water feature.
Just have a mid living room fountain.
Yeah, look good. Did I hear you say you're going to do some singing? Because it just so happens that
Here it comes.
it may. When did you get funny, Sage? I like it.
Wow.
It hasn't been long. I'll tell you that much.
Where were we? Oh, the singing. Yeah. Well, dancing's more my thing, but lately I've been, trying to get my singing up. Always wanted to sing.
Sure. What do you sing?
Oh, a bit of this, bit of that.
American
Bit of
country.
90s stuff. Nah, not American country.
Death metal.
No, not death metal. That's sort of my trigger music. Yeah, but I mean, let's not pretend we don't know what I like here. Boy bands,
Sure.
bit of Spice Girls.
What's that Korean boy band that's really wild right now? You know,
Don't know of it. Don't know of it.
No, hang on.
I know Sage will.
Korean one. Yeah, you might.
Damn it.
What is it?
3 letters. Hang on. Oh my God.
Which is everything crosswords now, is it? 3 letters down, fucking. I don't know it.
BTS. I know it.
BTS. Thank God. BTS. Thank you.
What is it?
BTS.
Yeah.
PTSD.
The Boys to
What is this
Sluts. I think that's what it is.
Boys to sluts. Boys to sluts. Nice. Who is it? Why did that come up? Who's part of that?
No, it's just you said boy band, and it's like one of the most popular boy
90s.
bands.
90s.
Oh, bye, 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 like that.
Yeah, NSYNC, that kind of stuff. That's it. Yeah, you got it. So
Hey, Johnny, while you're on here, you want to listen to something?
Why not?
So BT sent me a longer voice analysis of the Ray stuff, the Ray clip.
No, Ray.
Johnny, is it?
And he's even sped it up a little bit. But everybody, so I'm going to mute everybody's mic and play this so we don't get any feedback because I want chat to be able to hear it. So give me just a second. And then I'm going to play this. It's a little bit longer clip, but it's he said I should be able to hear it now. So I'm muting everybody, including me. Here we go, chat. I'm going to mute and play this. Sorry, just a second. I had to download it, apparently. But it only takes like 30 seconds. Give me just a second. Okay, that was a nothing burger. Hold on, it's downloading and it's not one to play right now. Hold on, let me get it. But I unmuted everybody.
You did not just use the term nothing burger. I'm leaving the show.
I like
I'm
the
leaving
term nothing. I use the term nothing burger. all the
Just
time.
promises.
Who's,
Nothing burger. Yeah,
who uses the
nothing
term nothing burger you don't like?
Just the fact that you use that term, just
You come on here wearing a goddamn fez and a goddamn old man golf hat and a fedora, and you're gonna leave because I said nothing burger? I should have left years ago and took the show for my own safety.
Actually, you for your own safety. That's absolutely true. Hang on, let me do this real quick.
I like the hats, dude. Just so you know.
Johnny wants you to look silly.
I like them. I got a good collection of hats myself.
Exactly.
I was just trying to play the
Asshole.
the preview of it, but it's just got 10 seconds. Hold on, I should be able to play it in a second.
Right.
3 seconds, 2, 1. Okay, let's play it.
All right, I'll mute myself.
My first question for you is, first of all, why'd you agree to a second interview? It was hard enough to get you for the first one.
He sped it up, obviously.
What caused you to say okay for the second interview?
Well, the main reason, you're a major pain in the ass. Let's start with that. However, I understand what you're trying to do. I understand what TLS is trying to do.
Nothing.
Your passion is awareness, and I'm with you on that. Although I do other things, but I understand where you are coming from. The problem is awareness is not just awareness. You need to get to universal awareness if you want to get where you want to get. In order to get your target and to aim for your target, the target should be universal awareness as opposed to individual awareness or awareness of separation. This world today is in a world of universal separation.
All right, so do you guys think that's Phil?
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear anything.
Ah, shit. Is it not sending it to you?
No.
Sorry.
Oh, neither one of y'all heard it?
No.
Oh, then I've got my settings wrong. Hold on just a second. This is, sorry, I got rid of, I had to delete OBS today and then redo it. You should be able to hear it now. Let me check. Can you hear this, Sage?
This is why you see all the troubles that you see.
Yes.
The
Okay, I'm going to play it again. Let me mute everybody. Boop. Boop. Boop.
wars and the disease, fake disease. People are not united. Your motto is unification. For you to get where you want to get, you have to bring universal awareness. It's something you have to learn about. Universal awareness. To get to it, number one, you have to find a way to destroy or eliminate your ego, my ego, everybody's ego. The world has to lose his ego. Otherwise, we cannot move forward. And that's a very, very difficult task. You can't move forward without that. Ego is a problem. That's the main obstacle in our way moving forward. So again, I'm all for awareness, but I don't think you ever spoke about universal awareness. People don't understand the difference between individual awareness that separates you from the rest, which makes awareness of separation. And today, the world is separation, which is awareness of universal separation. And that's the problem. You got to make it awareness, a universal awareness that everybody is together. Everybody is one. And again, it's a big, I just opened maybe a big subject because now you go into religion. It's another form of separation. My God is better than your God. This guy is a Muslim. I'm a Jew. This guy is a Christian. And it's a problem. You not only have to fight people's psyche, now you have to fight the religion in this world. And religion is a major obstacle as much as the ego, but it all stems out of ego. So I just want to put that out there. Why did I agree to it? Again, I want to be part of this fight for awareness. I just want to make sure that you study this more and learn about this more and understand that to bring awareness is not enough. It's got to be a universal awareness. That means me and you are one. Your next door neighbor, somebody in Africa or Europe, we're all one. This is the oneness we always speak about. And again, from there, you got to talk about religion. You bring God into the picture. It's a very, very big and important subject. So to attack it from your point of view is not going to be easy. So you have a big job in front of you.
Now what do y'all think? Was it Phil?
That sounds like Phil, yeah. But now you need comparisons.
I just don't think it's Phil. I don't.
Find more.
I don't
think it's
sounds
Shirker
like it.
himself.
I think it's probably a third party that we're not thinking of. But BT seems convinced, and BT has the original. He didn't have to send it and compress it and this and that. Some people are saying the
He
cadence.
doesn't have the original recording.
We're not
Are we
worried
sure?
about the cadence. We're worried about
Yeah.
we're just worried about if it sounds like it's 5 half octaves up or whatever.
That, yes, sounds like Phil. But you need some comparison voices where you've done the same analysis and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got them. I mean, I don't have them keyed up.
Putting
but I've
just
got 'em.
one guy out there Yeah, that does sound like Phil.
Listen, I've been on the road. It's me. It's Libert. I've been on the road. It's me.
How is why didn't you not write "We the People" on your arm with a Sharpie?
Because I can't.
came in with
You're
it.
not dedicated, and I mean you can't spell it, but Motion can.
That's true.
Sharpie,
How's-
put it on there quick.
How's Shane's intervention going?
It's going good. We brought him a gift. Here. I don't know if it was a good choice.
Sobriety gift.
We went with the fire. And so we did do that. Now I have a pair of these. We've also brought them. I don't know if these are his style, but we're going with the sage green. High
Spiked
end.
heels.
Oh wow, they're good.
Yeah.
Are they yours, Sage?
These are good. These are good. So specially designed from Sage as a gift. I wanted to show my support.
Wow.
Did you bring us any silver?
Impressive, mate.
I'm sorry. I did. Get this other earpiece in, but I did. We brought some sherbet also, but he went right for the Jack Daniels. So I don't know if that's kind of how. I'm not sure if we did a good job with that one.
The Libert sherbet they said tasted like my dick.
Yeah, we brought him a little bit, with a little bit of sage. So, hang on, I got try to get these out of the way.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well played.
Oh,
Well done.
no.
Sorry, I had to get these out of the way.
It sounds like an avalanche.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. They're all over the place, and hang on. All right, so listen, I got. We're selling these silver. These are originals.
It looks crinkled. What is it? It looks crinkled. What's going on?
No,
there?
it's just a camera. It's just a camera. So this is original silver that we're selling. It's actually a silver wrapping that we got.
Brick of Coke.
Actually turn anything into silver if you'd like.
That's right. Police dogs can't smell through aluminum foil. I remember that.
It's not.
You didn't bring that to him in your prison wallet, did you? Is that why it's all wrapped up?
you know. I actually brought the heels, and for his wife when she's over at the
visit.
Sage, the silver slinger.
I am. I don't. It's good stuff.
I got a new character, Sage. Listen, this outfit, cowboy boots, a gun belt with 2 holsters with a bar of silver in each holster, and you're Sage, the silver slinger, and we'll do full commercials.
Let's do it. I can do it. I can do it.
Silver Sage.
Silver slinger. I got it.
Oh, Silver Sage.
Silver Sage, baby. Let's do it. Oh, I'm telling you, I'll be.
I'll do your promo poster, Sage. I've got it in my mind already.
I got options. I could do a whole commercial. I could get motion in there with it. Oh, yeah, we could do some.
I
stuff.
love this out. You look like you drink and beat your children.
I said those heels were originally for my wife when she went over to school to pick up the kids. Now we don't have any kids, but you know what I mean. I just like to watch. But either way.
Oh, in the hot tub, right?
Yeah. And then I normally bring this stuff and then I watch. But either way,
oh God, the phone lines are blowing up. What? We need silver. Oh, it's BT.
You want silver? You guys let me know. I got lots of these silver wrappings. I mean, these silver bars.
Let me grab BT because he can explain his clip to us better.
Hot
tub, right? All right, BT, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going on, guys?
Hey, how's it going? Do you need any silver, BT? I've got some right now.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I do need silver. I need a lot of silver.
Do you have a school anywhere close to you? Like a young grammar school or anything?
Mormon boys?
I refuse to answer that question until I talk to my lawyer.
All right. Now, if you do, let me know. She's only
All right.
got 20 years. She's probably down to a couple years now, but either way, good. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is really weird. I can't even hear myself talking. I can hear you guys real loud in my headphones and not myself. It's probably because of my Mike Penny headset here.
Oh no!
Hey, welcome.
That was pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I paid about like a full $12 for this.
Ooh, is it a child size headset or are you a Nephilim?
It is definitely child size. Yes. Well, listen, I wanted to throw a couple things out there. I've been spending hours and hours listening to Phil, and the reason I have been doing that is, for number one, I'm a complete idiot loser that has no life, and for two, because I've been looking for words. Now, there's certain words that Phil says that Gray says on here. That he pronounces a certain way, and I found some of them that Phil says the same way.
That's perfect.
One of them being the word wouldn't. Most people say wouldn't. Phil says wouldn't, W-O-U-D-U-N-T. He also says couldn't. And if you listen to this, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
That makes sense. I've heard him say that before.
Don't make me. I'll stop this car. We'll turn around. We will not go to Disneyland. I swear to God, if I have to come back there.
We'll have to do the kid's voice. Dad.
So anyway, yeah, I've spent a lot of time on this nonsense. I don't know why. I'm pretty convinced it's Phil. But one thing I wanted to say is it is sped up, which means his cadences are going to be sped up.
Sure.
But there's another thing he does that's real typical of Phil. The thing that Ray does, and that is he pauses. And then he has a little burst of diarrhea, a burst at the end.
Right.
And so if you listen for that, now it's going to be sped up. It's obviously sped up on here. So what you're hearing, Phil, that's been pitched down, repitched back up. It was also flanged at the same time. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw some of that stuff out there.
Sure.
And I may not have hit the exact right pitch of his actual voice. So,
right.
That's all I got now.
Yeah, man. I'm deferring to you. That's what I was just saying before we were talking about it before Sage went full silver Sage. But
I also have. If you guys are looking for any type of pills for this radiation that could be creeping up, some iodine pills right here.
Those are children's chewable roofies. How did you even get those?
Anti-blue baby pills.
Yeah,
but yeah, so like you're the expert in it. So I mean, like you can hear it and I can't. And then you've got obviously he's got a certain cadence and certain words he says. Like that's what I'm siding with you. I don't hear it personally, but I need to spend more time with it too. Like I listened to it twice now. Once on stream and then once when you sent it. One was from my phone, so I couldn't hear it very well, but.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point out to you and the folks in the chat. Oh, by the way, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for enjoying my videos. I had a lot of fun doing them. But I'm working on right now. I'm just working on finding some of these things where I can put together some clips so you can hear them next to each other, a kind of an A/B comparison.
Sure.
And I'm not going to spend way too much time on it, but I'm going to do a few. I think there are a few keywords that he says that are obviously that are in that video. I'm 100% convinced it's Phil. I mean, I don't know who. I mean, sure, it could be somebody else. It could be another grifter. It could be Jason Shirker's next door neighbor.
When you say it could be a random part. That'd be the smartest thing to do. But when you say Phil, do you mean Phil as we know Phil, or do you mean Edward Snowden Phil?
Yeah. Good question. I don't know how to answer that. I'm not good at improv. Listen, but another thing that you brought up, another point. Phil has two voices. Phil has the, hey man, how's it going, everybody? Look at me, I'm dancing, I'm cool. That Phil, he's got the street lingo, and then there's the serious Phil where he talks like this. And on this, he kind of goes more with serious, but he's doing almost like he's trying to do this very benevolent, light being
Sure.
guru voice,
Like a movie.
which
He's trying to
also,
invent a third one, isn't he? He's trying to invent a
Yeah.
third one.
The,
It's him. It's
the
him.
third one is him panicked.
Hey, Johnny's on there. Hi, Johnny, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good buddy. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, throw some prawns on the barbie for me.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
Yeah, I know. I
I
know.
could
My
work
wife
with that,
tells
mate.
me, yeah,
work with that.
yeah. You need to work with me on my accent, basically. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you're going to play some more of it or not.
Sure.
I just thought I'd throw those points out there real quick. Somebody things to think about when you're listening to it. You're not listening to, a pristine audio compared to pristine audio. You're listening to Phil's pristine. You're thinking of Phil's pristine audio compared to something that's been slowed down, flanged, sped back up again, and then or pitched back up and then sped up in that process. And so you got to kind of take that into consideration.
Absolutely.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, let's actually stay on here for just a second. I'm going to mute everybody's mic and I'll play some more of it.
Okay.
By the way, did I ask either of you if you're looking for any type of silver? I've got some silver right now that I'm looking. Great thing. We're gonna raffle some off. I'm probably
He was muted.
I just muted Sage right in the middle of his shit. Here we go.
It's a big mission. So take it from there.
Okay.
Look at the disappointment on Sage's face.
Topic, because that was a big question that was brought in as well. In our first interview together, people didn't understand where God fit into the picture of everything you were speaking about. So we'll get there. But before we even get there, I want to ask you, number one, have you ever spoken about these topics on camera before, other than our last interview together?
No.
How long have you been working with TLS for?
12 years.
12 years. When was it? January of what year?
2010. My first experience was January 2010.
Do you know why you were approached and chosen by TLS in the way that you were?
Today I have a better idea of why. I was asking those questions all the time from the beginning. I don't like to speak about myself personally, but I can tell you anybody who's going to be chosen is being chosen for his character, his actions in previous reincarnations, and everyone is born with certain traits. I'm talking about a certain energetic field. We all have a specific dimension, frequency, and vibration that we are born with. This is all energy. Again, energy, you can go back to God. God is energy, but we are not going to get into it right now. Everybody has a specific, you can measure it. If you remember when I did some energy work on you in the past, I could give you actual numbers of your dimension, of your vibration, of your frequency. You could actually measure it. As you know, I don't measure it with machines. I do it with my hands. I do it with my body. I do it.
So when he said no and when he said 2010 or whatever date he said, it sounded a lot like Phil.
Yeah.
I think so. Those two things definitely sounded like Phil. And then a couple more words he said.
Yeah, he slips in and out of the guru voice, I'll call it. He slips in and out of it. He makes mistakes. He's confident in doing it, and then he's a horrible actor, so he slips out of it and starts going back into his real natural speaking habits, and that's when that's when you nail him.
Sure. And Johnny, by the way, I unmuted everybody, but you're probably on purpose, but you're still muted if you want to unmute yourself. But yeah, it sounded like him a couple times. What do you think, Sage?
What's the possibility that these together and hook up? I mean, are they? You know what I mean? Have they ever worked together before?
No.
I just look at this timeline now. That puts him at 2010. Yeah, something's not right here.
That's when he got out of prison. That's when he got charged and went to prison.
Yeah.
Or I guess he got probation. He didn't go to prison. So the third voice that he's got is when he's panicked because he accidentally called me a felon and then he had to retract all his statements. I think that's his third voice.
Yeah.
Let's play a little bit more.
But by connecting into you, I can come up with certain information about your body, your soul, and you found it very interesting at the time. Again, it's not something I was born with. It was something that I learned how to do. But I'm guessing if I didn't have those qualities in the beginning when I was born with them, I wouldn't be able to do it. Everybody has a specific energy.
Wouldn't.
And for example, if I go on a job with somebody, usually I'll go with somebody, I choose this someone because it fits my dimension, my vibration, my frequency at that time, and if it fits the conditions of the mission we're about to encounter. So let's assume I have to travel to Europe to do a specific job in a specific country and to do a specific thing, and I want to take you, for example, because I need to use your energy for something else, for something specific. I'm sorry, but if you don't have those traits in you, I'm not going to take you. I'm going to choose somebody else.
Are those traits something that somebody's born with or something they develop throughout this reincarnation?
It's something you're born with. But people like TLS, when they took me in, they taught me how to use it.
So they help develop it further.
Exactly.
Understood. Do you get paid for the work that you do with TLS?
No.
Okay, so how do you support yourself?
Well, travel expenses of, let's say, a flight to London, for example, to do something. Yeah, everything will be paid. All the travel expenses are paid. I'm not getting a salary for my time. How do I support myself? As you know, I'm a businessman. I was a businessman before TLS. I'm well-to-do. I'm fine. I'm comfortable. And I don't need a secondary income to live on.
Got you. How many people in your day?
I don't know. So I feel like when he starts a sentence, when he first starts talking, he sounds more like Phil than after he's been talking for a minute.
Right. I can see that.
Like when he starts off with no or yes or whatever he says. When I go on a job, he sounds like Phil the first couple words, and it's like he morphs back into this secondary voice or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah, he flip-flops back and forth.
Day-to-day life, personally speaking, actually know who you are and what you really do.
Other than TLS, which is a big group, very few.
And when it comes to operations that you've been on, have you ever risked your life in an operation?
Yes, it happens, yes.
Okay, so you don't get paid for your work. You have to be undercover pretty much most of your life in terms of your day-to-day living. You're risking your life on operations. The next question would be, why are you doing it?
It's a complicated question. Let me try to explain. When I was first approached, I wasn't approached by TLS. Hi, we're from TLS. Come join us. That's not the way it goes. Same way you met me, I met somebody else. It's a game of manipulation. Positive manipulation.
Yes,
For a good cause. They got my curiosity going the same way your curiosity was going. You didn't understand what TLS was in the beginning, right? Same thing here. I never heard about TLS. Once the curiosity kicks in, now you're asking questions and you are begging for more information and you want to get more information and then you start seeing things that are like crazy and you are obviously starting to ask questions and you're looking for the magic trick here. Somebody is playing me, but the more you investigate, the more you see. It's real. It's crazy, but it's real. So I forgot your question. Can you repeat your question?
My question was, why do you do it? It's all important. You don't get paid. You have to be undercover. You have problems with the way that the organization does certain things. Why are you doing it?
So again, once your curiosity kicks in and you start learning more and more is being revealed to you, you get more curious.
Curiosity.
Knowledge
That's it.
takes over you. And you finally feel powerful as you never felt powerful before in a different way. Ooh. It's not money that makes you powerful because we live in a world where money makes you powerful. Suddenly it was knowledge that made you powerful.
Like you did when you were 28.
That's right. Surprise sex makes you feel pretty powerful too.
Yeah.
It's like,
fuck.
I learned that I could do things that are much more than just a magic trick. And I liked it. It's a high that you could never understand unless you experience it. And in the beginning, I wanted more and more. Today I'm more relaxed. I think about things differently. I'm the type of a person throughout my life, I was always looking to help somebody.
We're going to run a poll in chat. Let me get that set up. You guys can discuss it, but
Yeah.
What do you think?
May I make a suggestion for that? Selection number 1, it's definitely Phil. Selection number 2, it's definitely not Phil. Selection number 3, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Selection number 1, you can't do. You can't be definitely Phil. As close as you can.
Yeah, in quotes, you know what I mean.
I put Phil or no, or Phil, question mark, yes, no, not sure.
There you go. That's why Will's smarter than me. Right there.
No, I did. I'm glad you called in, man. You put a lot of work into the show, and I've never really been able to thank you publicly, but thank you for all the music and stuff and the music videos. Yeah. You put a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do it. I wouldn't have done it. Because as you know, I'm a businessman and I'm independent. What did Phil say? What did Ray say? I'm an independent businessman and I'm wealthy. And maybe you didn't get that part yet.
Yeah. I buy children in bulk. I think that's what he said.
Yeah, in bulk. Yeah, through Wayfair. Yeah.
What's that? You said you're wealthy? Are you looking for silver? I've got silver if you're wealthy.
You know what I really is it's silver paint. I could use some silver paint. I have a well, I don't want to go into it.
I know a good painter for you too.
Oh,
He's just from
all right.
Australia as well. Shane, he's a good painter. He might come and do
Cool.
some painting if you needed them.
As long as you
Oh,
hold him,
okay.
if you need to have a conversation with him, just hold him at gunpoint, and the words just flow from him. Hello,
think
I'm
that's
Shane, and
illegal.
I'm here to paint your house. And what I do is painting. You can call me Shane. I will paint the inside. I will paint the outside. I will paint your whole house. Please pay me now.
My name is Shane.
Where's the poll? Do I get to vote in the poll, or should I
You would have-
disqualify myself?
You would have to go to YouTube
Yeah.
chat, but it's already trending yes. It's 62% yes, 16 no, 22 not sure, but it's still running.
May I just say, boom?
You can.
Okay,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Yeah.
I know there are going to be
60
people who think that it's not Phil, and I've seen like what was it, Rebecca? You think it's some other UFO guy? Please post in the chat the name of that person so I can look them up. I'm not going to just type in UFO into YouTube. And,
Oh, actually, if you're the person who sent me, so someone, the first time we watched this video, someone sent me a list of 6 names that Jason Shurka was really close with and that he worked with in the UFO community. If you're that person and you hear this video, please send those again. I cannot find them anywhere.
but do they sound like this person?
I don't know.
That's what
I checked 2 of them, and it could have been. I didn't have the ability to step it up, right? So I checked 2 of
Have
them.
you
Just,
done it against
just looking
Shirker
for
himself yet?
just looking for speech patterns and stuff, but I couldn't get it.
I'll do that. You send me the names, I'll check them out.
Yeah, well, I know one of them is Corey Good. I don't think it's him, but one of them is Corey Good, and then that was the first name on the list. But there were
Corey.
4 more that I don't remember. One was Doctor something, an older guy, but this guy
Yeah, I
sounds like a
looked him up
younger guy
last
to me.
night. You're right. There is a doctor.
Okay. I'll just
He
put
does a
Dr.
pretty-
Someone. I'll put Dr.
That's it.
Someone in Google
Just
and
look
just
for a
see what
doctor.
comes up. Yeah, just a doctor.
You want my doctor's number?
Doctor someone.
Only if it's a gynecologist.
Mm.
I think he is.
I haven't had a gyna in years.
Or proctologist, possibly.
Yeah.
I miss the gynas. Sage, what you
Wow.
got for us? Silver?
I got silver. You looking for silver? Did somebody say silver? I've got silver right here. Silver
Wow.
and memberships. If you want to join the membership for my channel, it was taken down, but if you still want to join the membership, that'd be great.
Mm.
You know, I would be glad to get some silver, but only if I have to pay 3 times what it's worth on the spot price.
Monthly.
And it's sent to me a month later, and the coins are of a raccoon raiding a hen house.
Oh, I can absolutely have that handled. We got that.
Okay.
100%. Just after put your number in the private chat, and we'll send you all you need.
Done.
There you go.
Game on. Finally, now I can get that island.
Yeah. So I don't know. Did Rebecca put something in the chat? There's a poll covering it up. I can't see it. I'm getting rid of this poll. I shouldn't vote.
Is there? Did you do Shirker? Have you used Shirker as well against that?
Someone was saying Corey
Himself?
Good. Corey Good.
B2?
I wrote down Corey Good. And I wrote down Doctor question mark.
Looking him up now.
Both good leads.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would say
Throw them
equal.
at me. Throw them at me. Where's Rebecca when you need her? Come on, Rebecca. Come on, Becca. Let's go, baby. Put a name in there. Did you already do it?
Someone said
BG.
sold. I guess they're
Have you
bidding
done
on something.
Shirker? What about Shirker himself?
Do you
no,
think
it's
your
definitely
fans-
not him.
Okay.
Definitely
It's
not.
not. No, if you listen to his voice, he's got a scratchy voice. That's not his voice. And some of the words he says don't match up, unless he's a super good actor, which he kind of is, but he's not that good.
What about the first disclosure? Is it the same person?
No, it's
Have
not.
you looked at that?
It's not. It's definitely not Jason.
No, he's Ray in the first one, the same as Ray in the second one.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I have not checked that, but I will. I will check that.
Makes sense.
That would be interesting if it was a different person. That's so. I got my work cut out for me now. I like that. I'm gonna write that down.
You're good at what you do, mate. I'll give you that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you're good at what you do.
annoys people.
And now,
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my headset cut out. What? Yeah, Rebecca Turner. Come on, Rebecca. Did Rebecca ever answer and
I
give
didn't
me
see
a
it.
name in there?
He's the doctor, mate. Dr. Larry. Larry.
Dr. Larry.
Palevsky. Palevsky.
P-A-L-E-V. P-A-L-V.
Palevsky.
Okay, Palevsky. Okay, Larry Palevsky.
I've never even heard this guy talk, but he has done a lot with him earlier on, so he could be something.
Yeah. All right, Shane, look out for that arrow, man.
Oh, there's Rebecca. Rebecca.
I mean, Sage. Excuse me, Sage. I'm sorry.
Rebecca.
I said your name.
Hold on just a second. Rebecca, who do you think it is, or could possibly be, as Ray in the Jason Shurka video? It's a BT said that you may have suggested it was someone else in the chat. And do you have a name so he can look him up and compare the audio files? All right, go ahead. Can you hear me when I whisper?
Yes.
I love my new microphone.
Yeah, Breaker 19. Rebecca, you got a name for me?
Dr. Demento, is that someone?
Dr. Mengler.
That's a different doctor, I think. Have you compared it to Libert? I gave a few yesterday, but I forgot now. I'll go find them. All right, she's going to look them up, BT, and put them in the chat.
All right.
All right, Sage.
Cool.
What do you got left for us, buddy?
Well, not just the fact that Senator Lindsey Graham called for Putin's assassination. Besides that, I'm good to go.
What?
What?
Lindsey Graham
Get your
called for
information.
in the private chat.
Yeah, I'll send you the link for my. Hang on, let me send you this link. Copy the link.
Real raw news.
No.
Lindsey Graham calls for the death of Putin.
Lindsey Graham assassinates Putin with bare hands is real raw news.
Yeah, you're right. It would be.
Sage, you got any silver or anything?
I do have some silver left. It's going quick. It is definitely going quick. We raffled some off, but since they won it, I still have to make money on it. I'd rather sell it than give it to the people that I raffled it to. So we still have some left.
Okay, here we go.
How does this end? Somebody in Russia has to step up to the plate. Is there Brutus in Russia? Is there a more successful Colonel Stauffenberg in the Russian military? The only way this ends, my friend, is for somebody in Russia to take this guy out. You would be doing your country a great service and the world a great service. How does this end? Somebody in Russia has to step up to the plate. Is there Brutus in Russia? Is there a more successful Colonel Stauffenberg in the Russian military? The only way this ends, my friend, is for somebody in Russia to take this guy out. You would be doing your country a great service and the world a great service.
It sounds good.
Nothing like one of the a politician calling out to have somebody's president assassinated. That's going to go wrong.
Exactly. I was just going to say that's illegal for him to say that.
It's a guy wearing a mask. It doesn't look like Graham. It doesn't look.
Yeah, it's a clone for sure. I could tell.
Maybe, yeah. Could be.
All right, guys. You guys got anything before I kick you off? We're gonna wrap up.
Yeah, kick me off.
Oh, let me give you the poll results right quick. And you, BT,
Yeah.
look in the chat for Rebecca as well. But let me give you the poll results before I kick you.
Okay.
Let's see. It was it's 76 people voted with 64% saying yes, 17% Q said no.
Yes.
And not sure 18%. I think they were trying to get 17 and 17 and they messed it up. They tried.
Yeah. Well, not a great showing. I'll do a video. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Just do some comparisons, and then maybe we'll change some minds. We'll do another poll.
Absolutely, man. Thank you guys for coming on.
All right, Sage, Will, thanks a lot.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Johnny, you got anything before you leave?
Yeah. We the people, wipe power out.
We the
Hope you
people.
don't get busted for me having that up there too. I probably should take that down.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not showing it on the screen, but yeah, you got it.
I got a quick question. Sage, do you have any overpriced silver that I could buy that has a picture of a panda on it or something?
I will get my marker out and I will take care of that. Absolutely.
Would you guys make fun of me? Would you guys make fun of me if I started selling silver?
No, I'd buy some.
Okay. Just
How much?
asking. Just asking. Well, commemorative coins that have touched my butthole, $300 per gram.
Well, there's some people that don't like coins around, so you should be careful you sell them to. Too.
I can match that. I'll be right back.
Touch your butthole.
I'm out.
We'll see you guys. Thank you for coming on.
Yep. Hey guys.
So I do have this. I told you about it, Sage, but and I told some of the people I talked to from my community, like a mod or two, about. Yeah. I do have an idea of something I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna reveal it yet, but I do think it'll be interesting, like a commemorative thing. But it's not gonna be super overpriced like everybody else. But I do have an idea for something. We'll get into that again tomorrow. Probably be no show. My dad's having an amputation. We don't know if it's gonna be a toe, a foot, a leg. Hopefully just a big toe. But probably no show tomorrow. I'll try to keep you updated with shorts or TikToks or Telegram, whatever. Just follow me everywhere. And thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you for the support and the donations that came in.
Yes, thank everybody for that. And I appreciate you having me on again, Will. At least one more week. And then probably since I did this, I won't be on ever again. But if you do allow me on again, thanks so much.
They eat us for dinner. Sorry, they are fucking piranhas.
If Sage only had a bunk bed and a CEE gar, he heard like the top bunk chunk. A cigar. I got you. A cigar. You need a cigar.
I have one.
Yeah,
Don't you worry.
That was
we got a coming.
That was a lady pleasure device. Just because it was dark brown doesn't make it a cigar, Sage. I saw you puffing on it.
Oh,
that
damn.
was something different. Why did you think a cigar had a suction cup on the other end?
It was easier, if you had to use your hands to play the banjo.
Smoke it hands-free.
You had to use your hands to play the banjo. Something like that.
Yeah,
maybe.
Stick it to the shower wall, I'm sure. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Everybody have a good night. Appreciate it again for the donations coming out. Thank you for coming up. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm over here every Thursday. So if you're watching my show, you might as well be watching this show. This is just all the bullshit that doesn't get put on my show or Sage's show. We bring it all here and yell about it.
Pretty much.
So thank you guys again for coming out. Make sure you subscribe. Turn the bell on. Thank you for the donations. Thank you, Libert Sherbert, for the support there at the end. And everybody have a good night.
See ya.